My phone is basically a fossil.
Sweetie, your phone's older than a T-Rex.
Time to evolve at Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
They have new phones, back-to-school deals, internet and max TV stream, and no extinct data plans.
In 2025, there's no excuse to roam with a Jurassic phone. Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Capel, echosound.ca.
Hi folks, Tim here. Now is the time to purchase a quality used Case IH combine from Young's Equipment Incorporated. Did you know that on qualified used combines, we offer an interest waiver and a protection plan? Wow, talk about the total package. But most of all, the peace of mind knowing that you purchased your used Case IH combine from Young's Equipment Incorporated. Priceless. Guarantee a smooth harvest. Check out Young's Equipment today.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sportscage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sportscage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
It's getting closer. Labor Day Classic week. It's Thursday. Hopefully you know that out there. It is Thursday. I had to question myself today after last night at Western Pizza. I wasn't sure if it was a Friday, what was going on today, but it is Thursday. It's the Sports Cage for Access Communications. Thanks for making time, whether you are listening on the mighty 620 CKRM. If you're harvesting out there, stay safe. Let us know where you are and all that through the Prairie Land Rentals text line. Prairie Land Rentals, 600 Albert Street. If you are farming or after farming, you need anything rental-wise or Husqvarna to purchase, you can go to Prairie Land Rentals, local, deal with the owner, 600 Albert Street. All of our guests join us on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Today, we got a few off the board, I guess. We're going to talk some golf, some hockey, and a whole lot of football as we get set for the Labor Day Classic. Sharky is with me. It is Thursdays, back in the fold. Sharky is for our friends at Flooring Superstore, Trent Dickin and his staff. When you got the contractor telling you if you got an insurance claim, you got to go through my guy to get your flooring done. No, you can go through whoever you want.
That's right.
I can go through whoever the heck I want. Say that. I'm going to go through Trent Dickin and the team at Flooring Superstore. Sharky, how a great night last night. I know it's going to be a great night tonight at the Royal Regina.
Yeah. Lots of fun catching up, telling stories with those guys. It was an interesting evening, and I'm looking forward to them being on stage tonight.
Bruce Boudreau and Arash Madani are in town at the Royal Regina for the Royal Dinner. And then last night, we took them. Colson was there. Curtis was there. You came by.
Ryan Pollock
from the Royal Regina. And then we took them to Spiro's location, Western Pizza, South Albert. And they had their first experience with Regina Pizza and Western Pizza.
Boudreau had two pieces and said, that's a lot.
Then they wanted to know the story on Regina. Why is it so thick? Why is it so big? And luckily, Spiro and his father, Jim, were there. And Mike. Shout out Mike as well. So they gave him the whole rundown.
Yep.
The spiel.
The history.
And we had some libations.
Adult beverages.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so now here we are. It's Thursday. I thought it was Friday.
I did not have that delusion. I knew it was only Thursday today when I got up, so all good.
Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. Like I mentioned, if you're out there harvesting right now, we love the pictures. Let us know where it is, how it's going out there, 936-6262. We also always want to hear what you have to say on the Riders because it is the Labor Day Classic. Now, the
It's a big weekend. Yep.
word around the park today was Brett Lawther was out there kicking field goals. There we are. Hey, there's Brett. And then he left quickly.
Yeah.
So everyone is... So Brett's got some things going on in his life right now. Connect the dots if you want. He's all good, though. Will he play this weekend, though? That is the thing, because if something's happening, he might not be there. Also, no Marcus Sales again at practice.
Little beat up.
Benny Sapp III, who we are going to hear from today, was taking his spot. Benny Sapp III, Dave Thomas sat down with him, so we'll hear from him. Also, Farhan Lalji in hour one coming up. Corey Connors, Canadian golfer, who's almost came back and won the whole darn thing last Sunday.
Cost you how
Tour
much?
Championship. Enough. I don't like to talk about my. I didn't place. I placed a little sprinkle on it, and if he wins, I am laughing.
You're doing well.
Let me tell you, you wouldn't have been paying for much last night. You still would have been paying for something. I'm not giving you everything for free. So Corey Connors in hour one here. Lots of Rider talk, like I said. Benny Sapp III, we're going to hear from him in hour two. Rich Pilon, former NHLer, New York Islander, tough guy from St. Louis, Saskatchewan, is going to join us because we're going to talk about the Western Canada Professional Hockey Scouts Foundation event coming up here in Regina and just get some good stories from Richie on the radio. And then Glen Suitor in hour three. Benny Sapp III is taking Marcus Sale's spot. Do you know who his relative is?
Go ahead. You want to tell me?
Benny Sapp II. Actually, I don't know. I don't
You've
know
been
much.
working all day on that joke, haven't you?
I don't know much about him. I should warm up for Arash and Bruce tonight. Get the crowd warmed up tonight at the Royal Regina.
Sapp III played with the Green Bay Packers, undrafted free agent. Yeah.
And then lots of speculation about a Joe coming back.
Yeah, I was reading a couple things today on different writers out of the NFL and otherwise that he is going to skip while looking around for other NFL opportunities and head north. So, yeah.
So, Taylor Elgersma, who we can talk to Farhan about this, he's getting a look-see, just to come run around, throw the ball. Maybe we'll give you some shorts and a T-shirt for the New York Giants. We know.
So Green Bay let him go then?
So he's waiver town, and then I think he might maybe cleared waivers. We'll get clarification with Farhan. But so with him, and people are like, well, he could do the Nathan Rourke thing and stay down there and test it out. Okay, but let's remember, Elgersma is coming from Canadian college. He hasn't played any pro ball.
No.
So for an NFL team, this is just me, and I don't act like some people like I used to work for an NFL organization. I never have.
No.
I did wash trailers once, though, in Saskatoon. So he doesn't have any pro experience. So for a team to take him on the practice roster, which they might, I don't know, that is going out on a limb. That is like signing, that'd be like a hockey team signing a kid from Korea.
Yeah, it's a long shot. It's a real long shot for him to get to the practice roster. Definitely to get on the actual roster, the game day roster.
Good for him, though.
Yeah.
If he can get on.
The highlights they showed of Green Bay, and again, we only got the highlights. He threw a touchdown. He had a couple other throws. Look good. New York's got some quarterback troubles. They'll probably go through 40 or 50 guys this year. Right?
They just got rid of Tommy DeVito.
Yeah. He was supposed to be the next answer, and now he's down the road. Yeah, he's back selling pizzas in New Jersey. So,
I think that's just a front.
So I think that he's getting a chance with the Giants, and he's getting a look. Great, but if he really wants to get playing, I think he's got to get some shoulder pads on and get taking some snaps.
I watched the Giants play for some reason. I don't know who were they playing, but I watched them play preseason, and the Jackson Dart. Great handle for a quarterback. He looks good. Russell Wilson, although you joke about him, whatever, he's there. He's going to be okay. And Jameis Winston. So I don't think anyone's really getting a taste of anything in New York for a while. The other thing is Green Bay gave Elgersma a lot of time, I thought.
Yeah.
They really gave him some time. Let's see what he's all about. That's where I watched that game, and I purposely watched the Indianapolis Colts game, which I did fall asleep in at times.
Yeah, it was pretty slow.
Joe, the last game here, didn't get much for targets.
No.
He didn't have a catch. So that's where I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to come on and
Be that guy.
pump my chest out and be like, I was like, I don't think he's going to stick.
No.
You want him to stick.
Well, you'd want everybody to stick and get a chance to play at that level, but not everybody can. There's only so many jobs in the National Football League.
Yeah.
There's only so many football players. Right?
Yeah.
Speaking
we
of
have the
national-
NASCAR report coming up. I forgot that as well. Coulson is not wearing the Croft Electric question hat.
This is unprecedented.
So should we let him ask the question?
It's not
He
a
does control
question.
the
No,
board.
statement.
Yeah.
Statement hat.
Well, I have to let Sharky know that Micah Parsons is no longer a Dallas Cowboy.
What?
Did that just come down?
Yep.
It was supposed to come down in the next 24 hours.
What?
Oh, can I guess?
You can guess.
Is it it's an AFC team?
I don't know my AFC NFC well enough for that. Hold on.
Is it a good
What have you
football
got?
team?
They've been good. They were better this last year than I think people expected them to be.
Pittsburgh?
I was going to say Buffalo is going to make a way to.
Oh, wow.
Not Buffalo, not Pittsburgh. The team
Pack.
is NFC Packers.
Yeah, they're NFC.
Holy crap.
I was watching ESPN, listening to ESPN. It's kind of where I get most of my NFL news from.
Most people do. Yeah.
And not we don't want to pretend that we're an NFL podcast or NFL
Experts. Yeah.
sports show. We know that we live in Regina, Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
But this was big news. Mm-hmm. Just how the Jerry Jones played out, and then Netflix has the Dallas Cowboys on right now. I think I'm 2 episodes in. I'm not a Cowboys fan. I somewhat despise them. It is a real interesting watch. Jerry Jones, absolute gambler. So now you get you get to see why they were so good and now why they are so bad and they made bad decisions because he's a gambler. Once a gambler, always a gambler.
Yeah.
This guy gambled with what was it? He bought this oil well for I want to say $800,000. He mortgaged everything. He says in it, I was really good at going to the bank getting money. I was really good at borrowing money. And so he did, and it was like, if this doesn't work,
I'm dead. Yeah, it's over.
well, I don't know about that, but possibly shopping cart style. And then it made him like $800 million, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong, 936-6262, because a lot of you probably watched it on Netflix. So it's worth the watch if you have Netflix.
I do have Netflix. I'm going to have to find it.
Oh, it's going to be the first thing that pops up. If you're a sports fan, they'll figure out the algorithm, what Sharky likes.
Yeah.
So that will pop up first, and then probably second will be the Bachelor in Paradise.
Yeah, it's my wife using my account, so it doesn't necessarily pop up with what Sharky likes. Yeah. But anyway.
Wow. Green Bay, congrats, Pack fans.
Yeah, if you're a Packers fan, that's a big move because they're in the playoff hunt.
Go, Pack, go.
They got a good team, and now they just got a whole lot better on defense.
4 years, $188 million, $136 guaranteed. Highest for a linebacker ever.
$136 million guaranteed. Just sit and think about that.
That's bigger than winning Lotto Max.
The NFL is an absolute machine. And you know what?
Wow.
They won't even blink at that.
Wow. That's over 4 years. Yeah.
Very interesting stuff there. As for our riders, let's go. Sunday is the day. We were talking to Bruce last night, Boudreaux, and it's as close, to if you've never been to a big college football game in the States or a college football game, rivalry game, this is very similar.
Exactly.
Except you're not on a campus, you don't have the kids, yada yada. Yeah. The Labor Day game, and Arash talked about it yesterday, is something you have to do. Do you have I want to get some Labor Day comments from you in a bit here.
All right.
When we come back. And then we want to hear everybody else's over the next few days. If there's any that we're missed. Like it is an institution. It's Canadiana, as Arash called it. It is a sports cage. We're streaming at sportscage.com and we're on 620 CKRM.
You need to know what's going on in Regina, so get the scoop with the Regina Today newsletter, your backstage pass to everything happening in the city. It's quick, it's free, it's Regina Unfiltered. Get it straight to your inbox. Find the link to sign up at 620ckrm.com or text news to 306-936-6262 and get the link delivered right to your phone. Regina Today from sastoday.ca. Don't miss out.
This is Detective Vision, Future Vision. Word on the street is kids are heading back to school, and parents are looking for deals sharper than a fedora's brim. At Future Vision, we've got eyewear so slick, even crime bosses are asking for specs.
Detective, the prices, they're too low.
Relax, sweetheart. It's the 2-for-1 sale. Get 2 pairs of glasses for the price of 1. So good, even the teacher won't see it coming.
Future Vision, proud recipient of the 2024 Consumer's Choice Award.
That's right. No funny business.
Did you know over 1.3 million homeowners call on Reliance for their water heater needs? With over 140,000 5-star online reviews and over 60 years experience, you could say Reliance Heath are water heater experts. Switch to Reliance Heath today. They'll give you $200 plus standard installation is included. For all your hot water needs, call on Reliance. Visit waterheaterrentals.com for details. Terms and conditions apply.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. Don't just hang a door, install a Steelcraft. Turn curb appeal into curb envy.
Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door, Steelcraft door. We offer more.
Steel-craft.ca.
George, we've been putting this off too long. We're not getting any younger, and the kids need to know the plan.
I know. It's just so complicated. We've talked to a couple of accountants, lawyers, a neighbor, even the bank sends someone out to see us. Everyone's got a different answer.
If we don't do it right, it could stir up trouble in the family, and taxes could be a nightmare.
We should find someone independent. No products, no agenda. Just written advice and a clear process.
Someone who can work with what we have, talks to the kids, farming or not, and pulls all the advice together.
A kind of technical interpreter for the family, keeping us on the same page and helping when things get tricky.
Then let's spend an hour to understand their process and pricing. What's their number?
Succession planning starts with the right process, the right people, the right plan. Don't leave it to chance. Visit myfarmplan.ca or call 306-559-0342.
Hey, let's hit up Pump Jack's Cathedral.
Pump? You talking about my basketball shoes?
No, Pump Jack's Cathedral.
Who?
Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. They're open now. They've got a large selection of local draft and food and drink specials. Kids are allowed until 8. There's live entertainment every weekend.
Let's go. I'm pumped.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
It's their biggest sale of the year. Employee pricing is on now at 2A Service. Drive home a brand new Escape starting under $37,000 with financing from just 1.99%. Or get behind the wheel of a new F-150 with discounts up to $13,360 plus 2.99% financing. Or step up to a powerful F-250 with savings up to $14,242 plus buy now and receive a trip to Vegas. Family owned and operated for 54 years. No gimmicks, no hidden fees, just real deals. 2A Service in Southie. Take the short drive to Southie now. You'll be glad you did. 2aservice.com.
We're bringing you even more ways to shop local for the long weekend.
I love local.
Sherwood Co-op Liquor Store in Harbor Landing, the Rochdale Crossing Mall, and now open on Quant Street.
Ready to celebrate the long weekend with you.
Spirits, wine, beer,
including locally made products,
groceries, liquor, everything on your long weekend list.
Earn equity on your purchase.
Sherwood Co-op Liquor Store in Harbor Landing on Rochdale and now open on Quant Street.
We are members.
We are owners.
We are Sherwood Co-op.
It's time to get the inside story. TSN's Farhan Lalji on Sportscage is brought to you by the Cooperators. Time to get financially fit? Cooperators can build a plan that works for you. Cooperators, investing in your future together.
Let's not bury the lead. Let's get right after it here. I'm surprised they traded him in the NFC, to be honest, but maybe that was the best deal.
Yeah, to get 2 first-round picks and a pretty solid player to come back the other way, made the best of a bad situation. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I still think the Packers got the better end of the deal, right? When you get a pass rusher like that, who's arguably the best in the game, in a division that's just getting more and more competitive, right? So, boy, I tell you what, if I'm Theo Benedette, the Canadian from UBC, who's got a shot to be the starting left tackle, I'm now thinking, oh boy, if I start, I got to deal with Micah Parsons twice. Unintended consequences of the deal. But I think if you're Green Bay, you are elated today.
Oh, Green Bay! I'm waiting for Green Bay fans to start lighting up my phone.
Why? What did you put on there?
With that little... how happy they are. Yeah. I was hoping an outside chance with the Patriots because they have so much money, but then there was no talk of it. And it doesn't seem like something the Patriots would really do is go after the big. But...
and he wants to win. He's not going to go somewhere that's hoping to get better. He wants to win right now.
Yeah.
Well, look, right now you are right, but at the same time, I don't think Jerry Jones gives a damn, right? Like he probably would send him to Siberia if he could, but didn't have to do it. He'll get 2 first-round picks. I mean, you'd have to believe that Micah Parsons might make them 2 wins better, right? So now those picks drop, but bad situation that is 100% Jerry Jones's fault.
Yes.
Okay, we'll shelf that for a second. Elgersma is getting maybe a look-see in New York is the word.
No, it's not.
No? Not even just a run around? Not even get a pair of shorts?
Abrams Canadian Scout tryout routine, which every Canadian on the planet gets to go to the Giants and try out. You and I could go to the Giants and try out, Barney.
Okay, second week of October. I'm free.
Yeah, this isn't happening. They've got their young guy in Jackson Dart, and then they got 2 veterans in Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. This is silly. And listen, and I'm all for guys doing everything they can to make as much money as they can. But in my opinion, Taylor Elgersma is a Canadian Football League player. I think he has the opportunity to be a very good Canadian Football League player. Mm-hmm. So if I were him, I would probably wait no further than the end of the first week of the season. Right? See who's injured. If you don't get a call then, which you won't, you're not getting one because there's so many veteran guys that got cut. Like Clayton Tune just took that spot in Green Bay, right? There's so many, and he's not even that much of a veteran, but there's so many of these guys that have got a little more pedigree, a little more experience. So what I would be doing is I want to do everything I could to set myself up to be number 2 in Winnipeg next year. And then because you want to burn the first year of your rookie deal. So that if eventually you become the starter in the next 2 years, that then in year 4, you can then get a big deal. But if you're not the starter by then, you're leaving money on the table, right? If you haven't started your contract yet. So right now you might make more, but in 3 years you might make a lot less, right? So I think he should come back up here and be good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, too. He is coming from Canadian college. Canadian college to an NFL practice roster. If you can do it, great job. He's got no pro experience. So people are trying to equate him to the Rourke thing. And I'm like, Rourke played pro football up here and then went down there. I think that is a stretch. And for me, again, casual fan, come and get some reps. Play a couple of years in the Canadian League. And the other thing I forgot, Farhan, he's 6'5".
Yeah, look, this is not the Nathan Rourke comparison for the reasons that you outlined. Number one, Nathan Rourke went to a Division I university and then played 2 seasons in the CFL and got, 10 games worth of really good experience that second year. So it's not the same. And there was only one team that was even remotely interested in Taylor, right? Like the Packers brought him in for a 30 visit. They spent some additional workout time with him to evaluate him after the draft and then made the decision to sign him. Nobody else went down that road.
Yeah.
And this is not the time of year where they're trying to unearth the next diamond. They want experienced insurance. So it doesn't fit at this stage of the game. So look, play it out for a week or 2. But if you play it out until the end of the year and decide to do the CFL thing next year, I think you're hurting yourself because you're then going to leave dollars on the table in Canada eventually, and potentially fairly big ones relative to what his eventual outcomes are going to be. Like the whole NFL thing was great for him. It couldn't have played out better for Elgersma or his agents because they created an NFL market and it forced the CFL to pay more attention. Because I'm telling you right now, Winnipeg's not drafting him in the second round if he doesn't have NFL interest. He's just a guy at that point. and he might be a late round pick or what have you. But the NFL interest validated him in CFL minds, and it made him a second round pick. And now there's more interest in him. Now he's got a chance to kind of further his agenda up here to potentially be a starter, which makes him entirely different than Rourke, who already was one.
All signs are pointing to a Joe coming back to the Riders.
Done deal. He'll be back like tomorrow, or by the weekend. That doesn't mean he's playing this weekend.
No, yeah.
But I think there's a real chance he plays next weekend. But he will be a Rider very quickly.
Nice, excellent, outstanding information. Love it. Now we've got Bruce Boudreau in town tonight, and we're having a dinner with him.
My guy.
Yeah, and he's going to be on stage, and so we're going to get a chance to ask him questions over the course of the evening. Is there something in particular you'd like to throw out, a story that maybe we should remind Bruce of?
He said you were hard on him.
He said you were hard on him, yeah.
Ask him about all the bad language he used on Trade Center. And then lied to his mom and said that he didn't swear ever.
Okay. Sharky, put that one. Write that down.
Storing that one right up here.
Truly, Bruce is one of the best people you'll ever come across. Like, he's such a good guy. It was amazing to me just seeing how quickly the crowd took to him. And vice versa, right? And just the way it played out in the end was sad, but he owned this town for a season and a half, right? So, he's a good guy, which generally means if you're in the Canuck organization and you're a good guy, those are the guys they get rid of.
You're down the road,
so, which is why I've been around the Canucks for so long.
Classic. How are you handicapping the Labor Day Classic here in Regina? What are you thinking?
Sask is going to come back. But I'll be honest, I haven't made my picks publicly yet because I'm looking at the lines, and there are some big lines here, right? Like Winnipeg did a good job last week, and I think, what are they, 7.5-point underdogs or something in Saskatchewan? I'm like thinking,
depends where you look. I saw 6.5. I've seen it up to 7.5.
Yep. Yeah, it's all over.
And so, I think Sask is going to win, but I do think that Calgary laid out the blueprint for how to beat Saskatchewan, and that's run the football. Because the idea that the Stamps or the Riders have this incredible run defense is kind of fiction, right? The reason for it is they don't face the run. They get out to a big lead, and then those teams have to throw the ball, so they're not defending the run. They went into last weekend with 30 fewer rushing attempts faced than any other team in the league. That's a reflection of their offense, not their defense. So
that's a big number.
I think Brady Oliveira had 200 yards of offense last game, and the last two games he's kind of turned a bit of a corner. So I think they're just going to keep leaning on him and keep the game close, shorten the game, and in the second half try to stay close. Now, I think Saskatchewan's really they're going to be owly after the last game, and I think we're going to get the best of the Riders, and I think they're going to find a way to win this game. But Winnipeg has the ability to make it close with Oliveira if they stay disciplined and stick with it.
Do you see upsets in either of the two Labor Day games? The other two, Edmonton, Calgary, Hamilton, Toronto.
Calgary will find a way to beat Edmonton. Like Edmonton, it's going to be all emotion. It'll be Mark Killam coming back home. But Cody Fajardo hasn't faced a defense like this. He just hasn't. He did against Calgary, and ultimately she did against Saskatchewan. Ultimately, Saskatchewan won that game.
Yeah.
He hasn't faced Calgary yet. They're going to make him run around a lot because there's a mismatch there.
He's taking some beatings.
Edmonton O-line, Calgary D-line. The Argo game interests me more. Truly. I'm having a really difficult time picking that one because it's we look at what just happened in Hamilton and we forget how good they've been until then. Hamilton can get this done, Toronto can get this done, but Hamilton's no slouch, so that's the one I'm having a tough time with.
Farhan, you're making me sweat, man. You're making me sweat. I've already made my picks. Now I want to undo everything.
Buddy, you're going to be okay.
I'm picking Sask, but I think Winnipeg could cover.
Okay, the next 2 weeks, Saskatchewan, Winnipeg. The next 2 weeks are more important for Saskatchewan or Winnipeg?
Saskatchewan. Winnipeg, in my opinion, has completely overachieved with 6 wins. I don't know how the hell they've done it. And, you can look at it and say, okay, well, they're Winnipeg, and they've been to 5 straight Grey Cups and all of this. Come on, man. This team is not the same, especially offensively. And yet, they've found ways. Now, imagine if you're Saskatchewan and you lose this week. And think about last year. And everybody's going to be thinking about last year. So there's going to be a lot of nervous people in that Rider building if they lose this first game, because if you lose the second, you're now tied with Winnipeg. Winnipeg has the tiebreaker, and you've now lost 3 in a row. And everyone's going to start looking at last year's midseason swoon and say it's going to happen again. So right now, Winnipeg is playing with the house's money. So they're not playing with any pressure coming into this game. Saskatchewan's got some pressure on them.
No, you're okay.
Okay, all right.
Stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan. Yeah, stick to the plan.
No,
right? They're going to win. They're going to win. I'm telling you, they're going to win.
Yeah.
What are you expecting for us? Let's say maybe if a guy's going to play a prop, rushing yards or passing yards against the Bombers for the Riders. Which way would you lean?
AJ Ouellette, I would run the football against the Riders, against the Bombers for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's a few more weaknesses there, but and even Willie Jefferson, right? Like he gets into passing lanes. He's not making a lot of tackles on the run. I think there's some yards there to be gained, and I think Calgary's. God, I've got my teams backwards all game because I'm still in the last week. Saskatchewan's offensive line is trying to make. They've got something to say after what happened last week.
They do, big time.
This is a game where they need to get this back. I think they will.
All right. That's all we got for today. Have a great weekend. Have a great long week. What are you doing this long weekend?
My son has got his first football game on Friday, so I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch some college football on Saturday.
Who do you got?
Those big games.
Ohio State,
Texas. I'm taking Texas.
Okay.
On the road at Columbus.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm taking Clemson to beat LSU. As much as I love Garrett Nussmeier, and his dad and I are friends, and we've talked a bit, about, just how good he's looked in camp and everything like that. I'm taking Clemson with Cade Klubnik. It's like 2 experienced veteran quarterbacks on the same team, which you never have. Like everybody transfers, and these are both guys that could go really high in next year's draft. So it's must-see TV.
You can sit and watch football starting here right away in about an hour, and you can watch it till late tonight.
Yeah,
it's what a time to be alive. All right, Farhan. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you again next week, and have a good weekend.
See you, boys.
Thanks,
right on. Farhan Lalji joining us. It's for the Cooperators. Time to get financially fit. You can talk to the Cooperators, invest in your future together. Let's go to break. We're going to talk golf when we come back. It is the Sportscage, streaming at sportscage.com and on the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
The rivalry hits the fairway at the 3rd Annual Labor Day Golf Classic at Aspen Links, Saturday, August 30th. The most fan-friendly tourney. CFL alumni Dan Clark, Andrew Green, Luke Mullender, and more tee it up for Team Green and White versus Team Blue and Gold, and you're invited. Lunch at 11, shotgun start at noon, dinner at 6, and the after-party kicks off at 8. All proceeds support Regina Minor football, so come swing for a cause. Register now by emailing info@aspenlinks.ca. Aspen Links. Golf. Rivalry. Legacy.
George, we've been putting this off too long. We're not getting any younger, and the kids need to know the plan.
I know. It's just so complicated. We've talked to a couple of accountants, lawyers, a neighbor, even the bank sends someone out to see us. Everyone's got a different answer.
If we don't do it right, it could stir up trouble in the family, and taxes could be a nightmare.
We should find someone independent. No products, no agenda. Just written advice and a clear process.
Someone who can work with what we have, talks to the kids, farming or not, and pulls all the advice together.
A kind of technical interpreter for the family, keeping us on the same page and helping when things get tricky.
Then let's spend an hour to understand their process and pricing. What's their number?
Succession planning starts with the right process, the right people, the right plan. Don't leave it to chance. Visit myfarmplan.ca or call 306-559-0342.
This is Cal from Cowtown with an important public service announcement. This back-to-school season, everyone's talking about slowing down in school zones, healthy lunches, and apparently education is sort of important or something like that. But it's so easy to forget the pets. The dogs and the cats. Are they eating healthy and nutritious food from Cowtown? Or are they being forced to eat grocery store filler? Are they chewing down on the highest quality chew toys? Or are they chewing down on Auntie Loretta's stinky old slipper? Do you have the treats that will satisfy those cute puppy dog eyes? Forget the kids for a second. Think about your dog and your cat.
Cal, whoa. What are you doing?
Street guy, I'm kind of busy here.
How many dogs and cats bribed you for this message?
A lot.
In town, out of town, for toys to treats and the best pet food going, it's gotta be Cowtown. Cowtown Canada on Facebook.
Cow, no radio station is gonna play this commercial.
I know, unless I cut them in on some of this bribe money.
Employee pricing has been extended on all new 2025 GMC and Chevy half-tons, 3/4 tons, and 1 tons at Watrous Mainline GM. No markups, no gimmicks, just hot summer savings. Over $10,000 off on new 2025 3/4 tons on ground. In need of a sporty SUV? Check out Watrous Mainline GM, your country's largest Buick Envision dealership. They've got the color and options you want. Watrous Mainline GM, your GM superstore since 1962. Where we make deals happen.
If you have a garage door that's running a little rough, you should really have Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists, come out and repair it. Or it may need to be replaced altogether. Yeah, just call Busy Bee Doors, the local experts who have been in the business for many, many years, because they can fix or replace any commercial or garage door.
Honey, calling Busy Bee.
Good idea. Busy Bee Doors, the garage door specialists.
Looking for a way to relax after a long day? Come on. Tired of being notified by life's bells and whistles?
Yeah, I'm gonna need that draft tomorrow.
When you're ready to stop working so hard, you know it's time to play. Yes. It's easy to find your next favorite game at Bodog.net. Play free casino games, check out our beginner's guides, and get poker tips. Visit Bodog.net today. #Make a play.
Text CKRM 306-936-6262. From skid steers to tents to power tools, anything you need to rent for that summer job is at Prairie Land Rentals. Deal with the owner, 600 Albert Street. This is Sportscage. Watch our live stream at sportscage.com and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Welcome back to the Sports Cage. Sharky's going to step aside for a sec. Sharky's always brought to you by Flooring Superstore. Trent Dickin and his experienced staff on Park Street. They can help you out. And if you want to do it yourself, the cash and carry prices can't be beat. Let's talk golf right now. We teed it up. Corey Connors. What a Sunday he had at the Tour Championship last week. And now he's in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. That old twirl, the Atlanta to Saskatoon. Great week, Canadian golfer. Let's go out on the Western Pizza guest hotline. We took it deep last night at Western Pizza. So good. Generous amount of toppings on all their pizza and then all their Greek favorites. Don't sleep on the Greek ribs. Let's go out on the Western Pizza guest hotline. Corey Connors with us here. Corey, you're in the Bridge City in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, obviously for a great cause. But I got to ask, have you spent much time in Saskatchewan? Is this your first trip? You've been here before?
Yeah, been here a couple times back in my early pro days and playing on the Canadian Tour, or PGA Tour Americas as it's now called. Been here a couple times, but excited to be back.
Raising money for kids or raising money for the air ambulance, Synergy 8, what they do up there, it's amazing. I think it's over $13 million over the years. In your state now, professional golfer, you've grinded to get where you have been, but it must be nice to be able to kind of give back, to see the benefits, especially for kids.
Yeah, you nailed it. I feel really fortunate to be able to do something I love, and love being able to give back, and hopefully helping them raise more money for such a great cause. My wife and I have started a family foundation back in Ontario to kind of help kids, and use some of my time to help in our local community. But it's great to be able to travel across Canada like I am now, and be able to give back and try and help out some other great causes too.
Man, you're coming off a week too. T4 at the Tour Championship. I gotta say, I'm a little bit of a degen. I had you to win outright, so I was rooting hard for you on the betting line side of things. But a nice weekend for you there. How do you sum up that week?
Yeah, obviously finished in style there. Had a great day on Sunday. disappointing opening round, really, beginning to the tournament. Felt like I played well, just couldn't get the ball in the hole. Struggled on the greens, but fortunately got it figured out. I guess better late than never to still give myself a nice finish and having the low round of the day, shooting, I think, probably my low round of the season on Sunday, final round of the FedEx Cup. Playoffs was a good way to finish it off.
Yeah, that was something else. Are you guys at all like us pigeons? 8, 10, whatever handicaps we are. Do you dissect your rounds after? Do you sit around with guys and tell stories that no one wants to hear about shots that you should have had or putts that would have went in?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, more so to my wife probably. She may not want to be hearing any of that, but she's good to listen to sometimes when you got to vent a little bit. After the first day, just kind of maximized my score. There was a lot of things I felt like I did well, but just nothing was going my way. So, definitely trying to dissect around, trying to figure out what went wrong, but just didn't have anything going for me. But some of that with the other guys, but I'm lucky my family gets to travel with me a little bit, and they were there. So try and get away from golf when I'm off the course and be a dad. For sure. When you were a youngster, obviously Canadian and all that, who did you look up to golf wise when you were young? I think Mike Weir was a huge inspiration for me. Was pretty much, when he won the Masters in 2003, was pretty much when I was getting, into golf a little more seriously, and watching what he did there, what it meant for Canada was really cool. It was awesome, to watch him kind of be that aspiring age when he won the Masters, and I was a big Tiger Woods fan, but I had a lot of supporters back home as well. My family was, really supportive and, gave me opportunities to try and achieve my dreams, but definitely looked up to Mike Weir the most. You went to Kent State. What's with Kent State really liking Canadian golfers? Like Hughes went there, Pendrith went there. Was there scouting that someone was doing, or why Kent State so pro Canadian? Yeah, there's a legendary coach at Kent State, Herb Page. He retired a handful of years ago, but coached there for about 40 years, and he was originally from the Toronto area in Canada. And was kind of one of the first coaches to recruit north of the border. I think since then, some of the other bigger schools have taken notice and are not afraid to recruit in Canada. But there was a little bit of a Canadian pipeline. I grew up playing golf with those guys a little bit, and was pretty good friends with Mac Hughes in our junior golf days. So it was sort of an easy decision, comfortable place with some familiar faces, and really great golf program. I think you missed Julian Edelman by a couple of years. I'm a big Patriots fan, so that was always like Kent State. I got to meet him a few times. He was great to come back there once in a while and give back. Obviously, a big superstar in the NFL, and was actually quarterback. I'm sure you probably know that, being a big Pats fan. But he was a quarterback at Kent State, and then came obviously receiver in the NFL. I love asking kind of golf guys this one. When you go back to your days when you're talking about you're on the lesser tours and you're grinding to get to where you are, what do you remember? What was the longest drive or turnaround that you had to get from event to make it work? Sometimes golfers have some crazy ones. Yeah, I wouldn't. Nothing really comes to mind too extraordinary for me. Driving down to Florida for the winters, my first couple of years as a pro, but that was just kind of at my own pace. I would say I was fortunate. I had a good college career. Was able to get some decent sponsorship dollars from the get-go. So kind of was able to, when I was playing on the Latin America tour all over South America, I was able to fly around there. So not a lot of crazy long drives or trips, but some interesting places in South America or Latin America, playing tournaments in Nicaragua, Honduras. Pretty eye-opening, but pretty cool experiences. Corey Connors is joining us here on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline. Do you feel, is there a sense for you that you're kind of playing for Canada every week when you're out on tour? Like it's not a national event by any means, but so many people up here are rooting for you guys with that Canadian flag beside you. Yeah, for sure. It's really cool. There seems to be Canadians at every event supporting, myself and all the other Canadians. There's a great group of young Canadians right now on the tour, and hopefully that continues to grow. But we feel the love, from people who are there, from people back home, from people all across the country, and we're all really proud to represent Canada, and we definitely feel the support that everybody gives us from across the country.
When you were at the Olympics and you were representing Canada, was there a moment that you pinched yourself and was kind of like, gee, I didn't think I would ever get to the Olympics?
Yeah, it was played in 2 Olympics now, and both experiences have been incredible. I think the atmosphere, just the first tee shot hitting in the tournament, you got the Canadian flag on your shirt and carrying around the Canadian golf bag. Pretty amazing feeling. Knowing that you're representing your country, and proud Canadian, and it was really a dream come true. I've been fortunate to represent Canada many times in junior golf and amateur golf, but to do it at the Olympics, kind of the biggest stage, in sports, is really amazing and very memorable.
A couple more here. I got to ask you about the Ryder Cup going to Bethpage Black. I'm fortunate enough I got to play it a few times. What a track that is. What are your thoughts on just that New York, that Long Island, fan base that's going to be so pro-American? Are you looking forward to watching it? And it's going to be pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely looking forward to watching it. I think the Europeans are in for a wake up with the atmosphere. But I also think if the U.S. team doesn't perform, I think the fans there are going to be crazy enough that they might boo their own team if they're playing poorly. So they'll be behind the U.S. if things are going well. But the fans, particularly in that part of the country, are really passionate, and it'll be a crazy atmosphere, I'm sure, the whole week. But I'm looking forward to watching. Obviously, most of the guys on both teams, and hopefully it's a good battle, and I'm sure they'll have some fun.
Were you surprised that Keegan Bradley, maybe you knew this a while ago because it sounds like he made the decision a while ago. Were you surprised that he's not one of his captain's pick, that he's going to play? It's kind of a selfless move, right, to put the other guys in that he thinks can give him the best chance?
Yeah, I think Keegan was in a tough spot. I kind of feel for him. I feel like, maybe if somebody else was captain, he probably would have got a pick. I wasn't expecting him to pick himself at this point. I think if it was 3 months ago, he was in really good form. I think it would have been a no-brainer to put himself on the team, as challenging as that may be. But I don't think he's played quite as well, as he'd like the last little bit, been a little bit more inconsistent. I know he's had a lot of things on his mind, having to make these picks that have probably affected his game a little bit. But he'll be a good leader for those guys, and I kind of feel for him that he's a captain instead of playing. I do think he could very easily be on the team, but he was in a tough spot, like you said. I think he needed to pick somebody else, just how things had been going, and regardless, they've got a strong team. All
right, Corey Connors, last one, and I'm sure you've been asked this one a lot, but I've never heard the answer, and I've never asked you. So you only can play one golf course for the rest of your life, or you got one more round of golf to play. You get to play one course. What course are you playing?
I got to go Augusta National. It's such a magical place. Pretty easy answer for me. Got to play in a number of Masters now, and every time you get there, you're on property. It's a special feeling. So it's unlike anything else.
I lied. What course did you grow up playing on?
Yeah, the Listowel Golf Course is in Listowel, Ontario. Great, straight little track in the middle of southwestern Ontario. 27 holes, and that's a close second. I grew up playing there. It's a meaningful place to me, and I enjoy every round that I get to play there.
Corey, thanks so much for doing this. Thanks for coming to Saski and helping out the kids with the Synergy 8 guys, and continued success out there waving that Canadian flag.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it. Take care.
Again, thanks to Corey Connors hopping on today. Great to have him in the province. It is the Sports Cage, streaming at sportscage.com through our YouTube channel. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed there and always hitting the like buttons. Curtis and Colson, appreciate that. That's how they gauge a lot of their stuff. So if you haven't watched the episode or if you don't listen through YouTube, you can do it that way. Of course, all the streams out there, podcast form down the road. You can listen to the Sports Cage whenever. You don't have to be live. But if you are live, I know a lot of you out there harvesting. The old adage, be safe out there, guys and girls, harvesting, getting the crop off. Thanks so much for listening today. We are always on the home of local sports, the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
620 CKRM is your home to country's greatest hits and the 90s at 9. 1 full hour featuring the biggest hits of the 90s. Garth, Reba, Alan, Shania, George, and so much more. No cassette tape or CDs required, and 90s mullets are optional. 90s at 9 for the town of Wolseley and the voice of Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM.
The ball is snapped. He scans the field. He's going deep. What a play! Rider fans, make your own great play by going to riders5050.ca. You can now buy tickets for every Rider game, home or away. You can also sign up for the 50-50 Club and never miss a draw, including the weekly loyalty and early bird prizes. All proceeds support amateur football in Saskatchewan, equipping the heartland, and just maybe score a big win. Get your tickets today at riders5050.ca and go Riders! Riders 5050 is presented by ISC.
Sask Lotteries has over 50 years of winning behind us. And you know what that means? Lots of winning numbers. Numbers like over 1,200 organizations funded and 12,000 plus groups supported. $6 million given away annually in community grants. And the winningest number of all? $1.4 billion given back to the people of Saskatchewan through sport, culture, and recreation. And we're just getting started. Learn more at sasklotteries.ca.
Flamin is all about our people, our staff, customers, community, because we know people are what make a difference. Here's Landon's story.
Hey everyone, my name is Landon Parrington. I'm a trailer sales representative out of Saskatoon. Been with Flamin for about 4.5 years now. The thing I love most about Flamin is the opportunity they provide. Started in the yard, worked up into sales. They gave excellent room for growth. Amazing company to work for.
You fit at Flamin. To learn more about Flamin and current job openings, visit flamin.com/careers.
Louis Dreyfus Company is expanding its Yorkton facility with a new canola crush plant opening later this fall and a new pea protein isolate plant opening in the new year, both to meet growing demand for canola and plant-based products. Fall is coming up quickly. Ask about their very competitive basis levels and lock in your canola space now. The LDC driveway is open Monday to Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. LDC Yorkton, a name you know, a name you can trust. 1-877-782-8882 or LDCYorkton.com.
Hey, you down there. Yeah, it's me, the sun. Been up here doing my thing for, 4.6 billion years or so, and you're still paying full price for power? Come on. Get a Glen Suitor residential system. Use me to power your AC, your fridge, your whatever that thing is in your garage. Help me help you. What movie's that from? Anyway, when you've got extra power, Sask Power gives you credits. Jerry Maguire, that's what that line's from.
Get a quote at KellenSolar.com.
Hi, this is Perry from Nikki's Cafe and Catering. We love to support our local Saskatchewan farmers, and what goes around comes around. At Nikki's Cafe, we have over 15 individually packaged frozen meals at farm-friendly prices for just $10.50 each. You can even call and create a custom meal depending on your dietary restrictions. It's our traditional homemade comfort food on the go. Nikki's Cafe would be honored to help feed you and your crew during the busy seeding and harvest seasons. Find us at 1005 8th Avenue or online at nickis.ca.
Hee-haw! It's the Ram Rodeo at Crestview Chrysler. That's right, folks. We got Ram trucks coming out the wazoo. So we're wrangling prices down with discounts of up to 18,200 buckaroos. Can you believe it? Ram Bighorns going for only $65 and change plus tax, or get 0% financing over 72 months on most models. We also have an impressive selection of cars and SUVs. But the Ram Rodeo's on right now at Crestview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Regina.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals. For all your hot water needs, call on Reliance Heath today.
Riders getting ready for the Labor Day game today. No Marcus Sales again at practice. Benny Sapp III was taking his spot. Also, Brett Lawther was there kicking field goals, and then he left. Coach Mace on Lawther leaving early.
Yeah, just same thing, man. It's just a personal thing, but he came out today, got some kicks up, and then got to get back to something.
Sports Select has our Riders as a 6-point favorite. 51.5 is the over-under. The Riders signed American linebacker Chris Russell Jr. today. He joins the Riders after training camp with Hamilton earlier this year. Also with a stint in Green Bay's practice roster in 2024. Blue Jays are off today. They go back at it tomorrow. Their lead on the Red Sox is 4. U of R Rams open up tomorrow in Calgary. I'll have it right here on 620 CKRM. Don't forget to sign up for the Sportscage Insider Report. Sign up today by clicking on Insider Report at sportscage.com, and you have chances to win. That's our sports ticker in hour 1 for Reliance Heath Water Heater Rentals, keeping you in hot and soft water. Call on Reliance. Hour 2, we're going to hear from some of the Riders. We'll talk Labor Day talk. It is a Sports Cage on 620 CKRM.
We are 620 CKRM, a Harvard media station. Streaming online at 620CKRM.com.
It's 4 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Corey Atkinson from the SaskToday.ca newsroom with your 620 CKRM news. The weekly provincial crop report has harvest progress at 12% complete, lower than the 5-year and 10-year averages for this time of year. Farmers are currently focusing on winter wheat and pulse crops like peas and lentils. Crops Extension Specialist Tice Masich says some producers are combining and others are swathing.
As producers are starting to harvest, lots are still desiccating crops and then swathing wheat and canola crops as well.
Provincially, winter wheat and fall rye are the most harvested crop, while the first acres of spring wheat, oats, and chickpeas are coming off. The Estevan Police Service says 9 people face a total of 55 charges following a lengthy drug investigation. More than $400,000 in cash and $250,000 worth of cocaine were seized, along with 10 bank accounts tied to drug sales. The probe targeted a BC-based criminal group operating in Estevan. Charges include trafficking cocaine, possession of crime-related property, conspiracy, and aggravated assault. Police say anyone with information about drug activity can contact them directly or Crime Stoppers. More than 500 students are moving into residence at the University of Regina today. Staff and student volunteers are helping newcomers with the process, which Housing Services Manager Brian Wilson says highlights the university's commitment to student success. Students like film major Chloe Barron say they are excited for new opportunities.
Probably just getting to meet new people and getting to do my major and hopefully make a career out of it.
Orientation events are planned throughout the weekend. In total, about 1,100 students will move in over the next few days. A new national report on abuse and maltreatment in sport says the federal government needs to do more to protect athletes. The Future of Sport in Canada's Commission's preliminary report says it heard about what it calls deeply ingrained issues. They include a culture of silence that's led to abuse and maltreatment, as well as underfunding and a lack of diversity. The report set out 71 recommendations, including a new independent body to oversee sport and physical activity across the country. It may be 30-plus degrees out, but snow is in the forecast. Not here, of course. Parts of Canada are already receiving their first snowfall. Northern areas of Nunavut, including Baffin Island and Resolute, received their first snowfall of the season today. Environment Canada's Steve Flisfeeder says those areas could see a few centimeters of actual accumulation.
So we are currently seeing snow today, the 28th of August. We're expecting that snow to continue through the day, start to wind down through tonight into tomorrow morning, the 29th. We should see a few centimeters of accumulation once that snow has come to an end.
He says this is the first August snow in these areas since 2001, although snow in early September is not rare. And Bon Jovi has announced a new version of his hit album, Forever. The album's featured artists include Bruce Springsteen, Lainey Wilson, Jelly Roll, and Canada's Avril Lavigne. 2 of the songs off the album will debut as singles tomorrow, Hollow Man and a new original song, Red, White, and Jersey. That was your 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620CKRM.com. Your weather is next.
Get ready for harvest with a used Case IH Combine from AE Chick 1 Farm Equipment in Storthoaks. They have a 2009 8120, 2009 7120, 2007 7010, 2005 8010, and 2002 2388. Call AE Chick 1 Farm Equipment, your local independent Case IH dealer in Storthoaks. 306-449-2255. That's 449-2255.
Labor Day is more than just a long weekend. It's a chance to look back and celebrate what working people have won together, including the weekend, and to recommit to fighting for more. This year, we have plenty of reasons to do both. This Labor Day, please join us in celebrating Saskatchewan's workforce and join the United Steelworkers Local 5890 in thanking all of Saskatchewan's workers.
Weather brought to you by Line X Regina, serious protection, killer looks, 1865 McCarra Street. Weather tonight, partly cloudy and a low down to 15 degrees. Tomorrow, nice day, sunny and a high of 31. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy and a low of 16. Saturday, mostly sunny, maybe a slight risk of rain in the afternoon in the area and a high of 30. Labor Day Sunday, mostly sunny and a high of 32, and then long weekend Monday, partly sunny, maybe a chance of a shower in the area again later in the day and a high of 26. Right now in downtown Regina, it's partly cloudy and 29.
When you want the best for your truck, you want Line X. Your truck has withstood the harshest elements Saskatchewan has thrown at it. Rocks, gravel, rain, sleet, and snow, and left with no chips, no rust. Line X protective coating keeps your truck's bed liners, rocker panels, and bumpers looking like brand new. Don't settle for Brand X. Go with Line X. It's serious protection. Come see why everybody loves taking their truck to Line X Regina for their rocker panels, bumpers, and more. Line X. Make your truck complete. 1865 McCarra Street.
Regina, get ready for some thunder. The Regina Thunder are charging into an electrifying 2025 season, and you can be on the roster, the fan roster. Come support our hometown heroes as they deliver bone-rattling hits, jaw-dropping plays, and the best local talent on the field. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be part of the winning tradition. Feel the energy and live the excitement. Season tickets are on sale now at reginathunder.ca. Bring the thunder.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sportscage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sportscage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Saskatchewan Roughrider Foundation 50-50. 5 o'clock today is the deadline to get in. If you want to be in on the early bird, if that's your thing, if you like being in on the early bird prizes, deep sea fishing in Cabo San Lucas. Package includes flights, of course, 7 nights of dreams, all-inclusive resort, private half-day fishing in Cabo San Lucas with lunch. So you don't have to take a lunch from the resort. What kind of fishing would that be in Cabo?
Oh, there'd be
anything?
marlin, sailfish, stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Intense stuff. If you don't want to go fishing, you can just take $7,200 cash. Riders5050.ca. Riders5050.ca, and then you're in for the early bird prize. And then the 50-50 this weekend is going to be huge because it is the Labor Day. Also, if you want to golf in the Labor Day Golf Classic, the 3rd annual, at Aspen Links, we do have one more team to give away today. It's $750 value. If you got 3 friends that you want to golf with, ladies, men, doesn't matter. We're going to give that away today. 936-6262. Let us know you want to golf. It starts at 12 o'clock. Shotgun start on Saturday. Then you get a dinner and an after party. Luke Mullender will be there. Dan Clark, Brett McNeil, many more CFL legends.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Labor Day Classic Golf. Labor Day Golf Classic. Labor Day. I was going to look, Colson, maybe you can, what secondary tickets are going for. I haven't, when you're kind of on your social medias and you see people, hey, I got 2 tickets to this. I haven't seen much of anything for Labor Day. There is a buzz around this one. Mind you, being 8-2 helps.
Yep.
And it's the Labor Day game, and the weather looks fantastic.
The weather looks fantastic. Did you hear today what this game does to the dollars in Regina?
No.
It's worth $2 million.
Really?
To the economy of Regina. Hotels are full.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get a hotel room right now. Restaurants are packed. There's reservations everywhere. Right? It's nuts.
And what did we last year? Hard to believe I've been doing this over a year already. That how many Bomber fans come in for the game? I think the number we speculated, and there were other people that were on here, 5,000 Bomber fans?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Is that too many? Well, what do you think?
They'd be 5 to 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fair.
They travel well. They like to come and hang out on a long weekend.
They drink excessively. Yep.
And I'm not going to make fun of them. You know, the billboards, we talked about the Bomber billboards yesterday. I thought they could have been a little more creative. I appreciate the jab, the shade.
It's Winnipeg. They were as creative as they could be.
See,
should be happy they got the color right.
I tend not to make fun of Winnipeg that much. I don't hate the city. I hate driving to the city.
Ooh.
The roads are bad.
Yeah.
Who am I to talk? Look outside here.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm just checking.
Roads are rough.
2 resale tickets. Are these resale?
Yeah. Well, they're not. They're definitely not because it's sold out.
Yeah. 2 resale right behind the bench. Like literally the row behind the visitors bench. $279 each.
Yeah. Plus fees?
No, that was with fees.
Farhan Lalji was on earlier. He gave us word. It sounds like a Joe is coming back.
That's
Maybe
exciting.
In the next few days, won't be playing in the Labor Day Classic. If he did, wouldn't that be something? Hey, just go out there and run a few plays, but probably not. Also today at practice,
Give me the bottle cap.
Yeah. The other news was no Marcus Sales again. Benny Sapp III was taking his spot, so we're going to hear from Benny Sapp in a bit here. But Brett Lauther was out there kicking field goals, and he left. If you didn't catch it in the sports ticker, here's Coach Mace on Brett Lauther leaving practice today.
Yeah, just same thing, man. It's just a personal thing, but he came out today, got some kicks up, and then got to get back to something.
Yeah. Okay. We're all good.
Yeah.
We're all good for Brett. He was asked if Brett will be in the lineup on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, we had both guys going all week. It was good to get Brett out here, and then, you know, ultimately we'll make a decision.
Ooh, close to the chest vest region those cards are.
Yeah, you know, obviously something's going on with Brett personally, and that's a bigger and more important issue right now than playing football. So let's cheer him on with whatever he's got, whatever it could be, whatever he's got going on. And
Brett's a little bit younger than me, probably about 10-ish years.
He's 36, I think.
Yeah, so 12 years younger than me. When I was 36, if I had to leave work a couple times quickly, and my parents don't live here, maybe just my wife, I could connect the dots on probably what it is.
Yeah, or other family. Yeah,
it's all good. I would expect him to be in the game. Campbell Fair, it would be a very interesting situation to kick him into that fire.
Yep, that'd be a heck of a place to start.
Weather looks good, though.
Weather looks great.
So,
might need some suntan lotion.
What side of the park you on?
I'm on the sunny side. Yeah.
Well, you wear a hat, though.
Well, I have to wear a hat. Yeah.
Yeah. Floppy hat, like lots of shade?
No, just a ball cap.
A ball cap, eh?
Yeah. Just a ball cap. Just my rider ball cap. Yep.
Floppy hat guy, for sure.
I do have floppy hats for certain things.
Croft Electric makes a nice one. We're going to have the NASCAR report in a bit.
I use that in the pool.
A Joe. The topic was around the field, and everyone, is he coming back here? He's coming back. He's on the plane. Heard he's on the plane. Some of those message boards, though, they would know. Like flight trackers on guys.
I'll bet you there's people that do.
Yeah, lots of time.
Yeah.
But Coach Mace talked about if he had an update on a Joe.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got released from Indy. We've had contact. We're expecting to see him back at some point, but I haven't seen him or anything. So, but we know, with him, everybody welcomes that kid into the building, man. He's just love his personality, and he's a good football player too. But I haven't seen him, so.
When he's wandering around the building, then we'll decide whether he plays or not. Till then, he's just a name.
Yeah, he would have been on the Colts practice roster by now if they were keeping him.
If they were keeping him, yeah, they'd have made that move.
Come back up here, tear it up for a couple of years. You'll get another look. Good play.
He's young.
Very young. They said he's got to work on his coming off the jam because it's different up there.
Different there than here.
Yeah. He did play college ball down there. Yeah,
so something to work on. Yep.
Suspect him to be back. Hey, what is? I was curious about this too. How far away is Kean Schaefer Baker?
My understanding is the injury is taking longer than they thought to heal. Yeah.
Coach Mace talked about how far away he is.
Yeah, man. So you guys start seeing them, then the return's pretty close. So I don't want to put a timeline on it, but like I said earlier in the season, we definitely expected him back. Before season's end, and we're getting closer.
You add him. You add a little Joe in the lineup.
Joe's like a free ad, right? It's not like coming off the injured list. Like that's found money. It really is. It's house money getting a Joe back in the lineup.
Coming back to second half of the year, things are really starting to get hot. You're a contender.
Yeah, you're coming back to a first-place team. What's a better spot to be, right?
We did mention that Marcus Sales wasn't there again today, wasn't practicing. Benny Sapp III was taking his spot. Coach Mace on Benny Sapp III.
He's a studious guy. As soon as he came in, he was eager to get here. Spent some time, jumping through the iPad and the playbook, coming with great questions, asked a lot of questions in meetings, and then ultimately, you got to perform on the field, and he's been showing that, whether it's scout team or defensive reps, or special teams, he's been A1. Football pedigree, obviously, with his family background, and man, it's just with guys like that, you see how they make it to this kind of level. So happy he's here.
His father actually played 100 games in the NFL.
Right on. Dave Thomas had a chance to catch up with Benny Sapp III today at practice.
Benny Sapp joins us the third, and boy, I tell you, it's coming fast and quick. You signed with this team on August the 18th. You're out taking first-team reps now. How has that assimilation gone?
The process has been amazing. First off, just grateful for the opportunity, and I appreciate, my teammates, just making the process, the whole situation, just a lot more easier for me. Obviously, it's a whole different ball game from, the U.S. ball to here, and I'm just, soaking it up, just trying to be a sponge. And just give it my all every play.
A lot of your teammates talk about being a pro. You've had that professional experience in the NFL. How has that rubbed off into what you're doing here?
It just honestly just understanding your role. No matter what role it is, sometimes you might not like the role that you're in. And just being in the pros in the NFL and then being a pro here, I'm just using that same mindset. If they want me to run on kickoff, if they want me to start on defense or block on punt return, I'm going to do whatever I can and give it my maximum effort without letting my team down, because I know at the end of the day you're here for a reason. They pick you for a reason, and you got to show them, your team especially, to get their respect every day and every play. So that's really what I'm using as far as a pro, just being a sponge, just taking all the coaching and criticism that I have from the players and the coaches, and just try to get better every day from it.
Can you explain your journey from how you went from college to the NFL and the stops in between here in Saskatchewan?
Yeah, so going to college, I honestly only played 2 high school games. Coming out, I tore my ACL twice and my meniscus once, so I was limited to 2 games in high school. Thank God that I played football in Florida and Minnesota, but Florida really is where I got all my offers at coming out. And as a freshman, had over 21 offers, and then tore my ACL again my sophomore year. Then I transferred to moved to Minnesota in high school, Eden Prairie, and then got offered by the college Minnesota. Shout out to Coach PJ Fleck, and then. He kept my offer, and then I went in my senior year and got my 2 games in, and it was over after the 3rd game, doing warm-ups. But they kept my scholarship, and I ended up, thank God, it was a true freshman. My freshman year ended up with about 12 tackles on kickoff. Sophomore year was a little bumpy, and then I decided to take my opportunity somewhere else with another team, Northern Iowa, and that's really where my career really exploded. Ended up with nine interceptions in 30 games over there. And then I went to Green Bay my rookie year, undrafted, and then I caught 2 interceptions in the preseason, won the game on the last preseason. They put me on the practice squad, and then I eventually got 5 games in my rookie year, got signed to the 53, had a couple tackles, and then my sophomore year they had let me go after the preseason. I was waiting for a couple of months. Finally got a call with Atlanta, and then finished the practice squad with them for the last few weeks. And then a couple months ago, they just let me go, and I've just been, working out for other NFL teams and just been trying to stay in shape. And I heard my agent was telling me how I got claimed by Saskatchewan, and I just told him, like, hey, well, they claim me? Well, hey, go ahead and reach out. Let them know whenever they're ready, I'm ready. I really didn't honestly care about, if I'm in the NFL or if I'm in the CFL or IFL, whatever league that wants me, I want to be a part of it because I know how limited these opportunities are, and I'm just grateful to just be able to play football just from my background, not being able to play. So it's really not about the logo for me. It's more of a respect thing, and I appreciate that they respect my work, and I feel like, I got to give them everything I got.
Your quarterback, Trevor Harris, looks around this locker room and often says, there's a lot of guys here that could be playing in the National Football League. Have you seen that caliber of play from your teammates?
Oh, definitely. There's multiple players. I feel like definitely on the offensive side, the receivers, just going against them on scout team every day, I swear, them boys definitely got a good feel of the game. They understand the zones, and that's really one thing that I can say that a lot of people necessarily don't really understand. Like, you'll necessarily see, like, the Wes Welkers, but you got guys running 4.3s out here doing the same IQ movement that Will Welker would make when he see a zone. So the IQ up here is very, very, very high. I feel like these guys, it's a lot of guys, honestly, that could play in the NFL.
Benny, your dad obviously laid a little bit of a roadway for you in the fact that you could follow his path. What's that meant to you?
Man, it's crazy that you say that. My first day here, Michael Johnson came up to me. He told me that he played with my dad back in 2010 with the Dolphins. So just him playing with my dad and not him being my teammate, it's a blessing, man. It just shows me, how far football can bring you, no matter if you're in America, Canada, wherever you at. Football always going to be near you. Definitely made me feel close to home, and I can't thank my father and my mother and my family just more than enough, just raising me the right way, especially my dad with this football game, just teaching me, to be prepared for any situation and just be able to go.
Now, just to clarify, you did not call Micah Johnson old, but saying that you are taking first-team reps this week, what would it mean for you to get an opportunity to step in the Labor Day Classic, a game that you may or may not know a lot about?
So today, Coach Mace had put out a video, showed us a video in the team room, and just a 7-minute long video just on how long the history of this rivalry became on Labor Day, on how different teams will play us, Winnipeg will play us, or BC Lions or Hamilton will end up playing us, and then we ended up just playing Winnipeg back to back to where the fans basically voted for just us two. So just seeing like the camaraderie and just seeing how much this means to the fans and people, it became personal for me in a way, just to make sure that I'm dialed in and knowing that I got these fans just rooting for me to succeed and to beat their team that they necessarily don't like.
Benny, appreciate it. All the best.
No, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Great guy.
Yeah, he sounds very interesting.
Like him.
Yeah.
How's that for Micah? Yeah, he played with my dad. Hey, I know you.
Yeah.
I used to walk around the locker room. I was like a little kid.
I was like 10. Yeah, he played with my dad.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Get both of those two in here. Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, I like. So Benny's in for Marcus Sales. You were looking at the practice roster?
Practice roster injury list.
And what do you think? This is just alleged.
What?
You think that there's no defensive backs on the...
He's on the practice roster. Benny is, right? He's the last DB on the practice roster. So once they put him in, and they've already put Brooks Jr. in, so Marcus has moved to the one game, and they've said earlier in the week that Nelson Lacombo is pretty banged up. He's not likely to go.
Walking boot guy.
That's right. So now Benny's in. We're going to see us airlift some DBs next week. We're going to need some new bodies. Yeah.
You see, I'm surprised they didn't sign one today, because today they brought in linebacker Chris Russell Jr. He's playing on the UFL's Memphis Showboats in 2025. That is not a bad name.
That's a great name.
I love unique names. Yeah. I love it. I also love high school football.
Is it that time?
It starts next week. Our Friday Night Lights special will be back, our promo each week. We want to know about your team out there. And it's not just the city teams.
No.
We want to know about the 9-a-side, the 6-a-side. I was looking up the schedule today. First off, very tough to navigate the SHSAA website, but we make it work.
You can always let us know. hi@sportscage.com. That's hi@sportscage.com. Friday Night Lights, our feature this year, is going to be brought to you by Warren Stanley, MP for Regina Louvain.
Hey,
always on Saskatchewan's side. I was looking up some of the matches for next week in Nynaside. How about a little Melville home to Esterhazy?
Big one.
Yorkton Foam Lake. Yorkton's at home. That's a rivalry.
Is that Sacred Heart? Yorkton Sacred Heart?
I don't know. Can't remember. Said Yorkton.
You're right. This website is a little challenging, isn't it?
And then Lumsden starts Friday. Be buzzing out in Lumsden.
The Devils.
Against Indian Head. Yeah.
Nice.
6-a-side. Clavette at Watrous Friday. And then Lemberg against Southie Cupar. I think, are they still called Highway 22?
They could be.
They were the Highway 22 Storm last year. We changed it to the Highway 22 Weapons. Southie,
is that what they are now? The
Southie and Cupar. No, I'm just calling them that.
You're making that change? Okay, I like it.
That's 6-a-side. I'm getting out to a game this year.
I'd love to see a 9 and a 6-man game.
Let's go. We need to know the biggest rivalry game, though, coming up. If we can make both work. With that little contraption I did the show with on Monday that the guy set me up in, that I could do it from Saskatoon, I'm like, if we got decent cell service, we can do the show maybe. How cool would that be? A hot chocolate, a
hot dog, hamburger.
To put chili. Some places do chili.
Oh, wouldn't that be good? Oh,
high school football. It's coming back right here on the Sports Cage, the home of local sports. Friday Night Lights starter next week. Let us know. hi@sportscage.com. HI, that is, and just let us know about your team, your area, your town, what games we should circle on this hard-to-navigate calendar. Wow. We're going to print off from the High School Athletic Association.
Smokes, I'm in heck.
You have a nosebleed, man.
Oh, my God.
Mind you, it's just that there's so many leagues and stuff. It is. Sports Engine is
oh, here we go. Really good. I'm getting through.
Okay, you start navigating that. We got the NASCAR report coming up, the Clutch Performer. We're also going to hear from NHL legend Rich Pilon on the Western Canada Pro Hockey Scouts Foundation, celebrating Indigenous hockey later next month. It is a Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com.
Lots of people out there are worried that they're running out of time. Hi, I'm Brian Golly. The average 50-year-old has roughly 15 years left to maximize investment returns before they start to draw their retirement income. You know that GIC rates won't get you where you need to be. You need a solid investment plan, and you need it now.
Invest with confidence and make smart investment decisions. Get Brian Golly working for you and build a solid investment plan that you can rely on. Call Brian at 546-2533 today.
Looking for the best gear at the best price? Extreme Hockey and Sport just raised the bar. Now, with a price match guarantee, find the same product anywhere else, show the price, and they'll match it. The gear you need, the service you trust, and the price you want. Why settle for anything less? Get the local loyalty and the price match guarantee only at Extreme Hockey. Any budget, expert fit. Your local sit and fit hockey shop. Extreme Hockey and Sport, 1425 McIntyre Street, Regina's Hockey Shop.
Experience a harvest so fundamentally different with performance and efficiency other combines just can't match. Experience a Gleaner S98 from Nick Service. There's no inefficient gearboxes or hydraulics robbing your combine of power, keeping your Gleaner a lean, mean harvesting machine. They save more and cost you less. To learn more about putting a Gleaner S98 on your farm, visit Nick Service, your AGCO dealer in Emerald Park. nickservice.com.
Get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
Meet Todd. It's noon. He's really hungry, and his stomach makes sure to let him know it.
Todd, we talked about this. No more skipping meals. I need cheese. I need crust. I need Western Pizza.
All right. Western Pizza it is. Western Pizza. Dine in or take out today before your stomach starts making demands.
And get it hot, get it fast, Western Pizza.
This summer, if you're thinking of a new building, think Olympic Buildings. They're engineered from top to bottom to be better than the rest. Strength, solid design, and impressive good looks are all standard on an Olympic farm building. Visit olympic-buildings.ca.
Great rewards don't wait. Why should you? Through the Invigor Book and Buy Grower program, you could earn a $30 per bag rebate when you book all your Invigor hybrid canola by November 14th. Talk to your retailer. Terms and conditions apply.
The Sportscage Clutch Performer for Nick's Service in Emerald Park. Your local Massey Ferguson Challenger, Rogator, Gleaner, and Fendt dealer. Call 781-1077.
Nick's Service would do a lot of business in and around that Melville area, all stretching around there.
Yep.
For sure. Lots of friends. Clutch Performer. Everyone involved in the Melville Millionaires organization. If you want to go to sportscage.com and read the story, you can there. But the Melville Junior A Hockey Club annual general meeting, they released that they made just shy a surplus of $142,000 last year.
That's impressive.
For a Junior A team, with what the BCJ is doing, Alberta J, all that, hey, you guys suck it.
Yeah. No,
SJ,
that's impressive. It's very
SJ
impressive.
Rowland, love it. Good job to everybody, club president, Daniel Hope, and everyone involved in the Melville Millionaires organization.
Yeah, whenever you have a volunteer board that makes you money and shows success, that's a tremendous, tremendous piece of your community.
We went to a game last year.
It was fun. It was a great spot to be. That was a great playoff game.
Gubba got us up in the box there for a bit. We did the live show. We're going to do live shows from now with this new kit that the fellas have. Hopefully we can go out a little bit more. But rink was awesome, and they played Yorkton. That helped.
Good. It was very good.
Yeah, that was
fun
good
to
stuff.
watch.
Clutch Performers there. Thank you very much. Another one I have to the I see in Regina here they have special officers now. Do you know what that is?
Special
police officer?
Yeah, special constables. Yeah.
Special in what way?
Well, they don't have regular training, so they've got an abbreviated training course, and then they also have abbreviated responsibilities. So they can't initiate a car chase, they can't do a DUI test, they can't do some of that stuff.
Do they carry a firearm?
I would doubt it. I would doubt it.
Taser, maybe?
They might have a taser.
One of those belly clubs? Clubs?
They would have a stick.
Yeah.
They've got handcuffs for sure.
Bat. Give them a bat.
They've got some self-defense training. They've got some de-escalation training.
Good job to all of them. I saw them downtown today, and they had to deal with an interesting situation.
Yep.
And they handled it fantastic. It was a gentleman and a lady. So good job. Just that's a tough gig. Special constable, full constable, RCMP.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. That's a tough gig.
So I will say this. I think it's a great move by the city to just put a great way to put more feet on the street without having to train a full officer to be out there. And they've got less of a vehicle in terms of they can't do some of the other things that the other vehicles have. But it's still a quick response for this downtown core and gives us some more community awareness, if you will.
And then I would love to just at some point debate or see the business plan, these mouth breathers that come out with their we don't need police.
Yeah.
What planet are you on? But yeah, good job, Clutch Performer.
We don't need firemen either.
Melville Millionaires and just all the people keeping us safe out there. Okay, let's get into the NASCAR. Oh, it's for Nick's Service in Emerald Park, your local Massey Ferguson Challenger, Rogator, Gleaner, and Fendt dealer. I know I don't have to read it twice, but I like to because Nick's Service, they're all beauties over there. Let's get into the NASCAR report.
The Sportscage NASCAR Report, where rubbin' is racing, is brought to you by Croft Electric. 27 years of trusted, reliable home, farm, and commercial service for all your electrical needs. Visit croftelectric.com and on all socials.
No tires flying off and other pits of teammates putting on tires last week.
That was, first off, that was pretty cool. That the other team responded, got him back on the track. That was, just shows you the teamwork that's involved in NASCAR, team to team.
Crofty gave us an education on that last Thursday.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The regular season of NASCAR is now over, though. It is over. We are in the playoffs. The final 10 races are the playoffs. And although all the cars will still race in each race, only the 16 playoff drivers collect points as they move through the field.
Is this where we're supposed to have the gambling? I didn't get invited this year because I won?
We didn't do it.
Oh.
Which might be the reason why is that you won.
Okay.
We can do it. You and I can do it, though, if you'd like to try it again. Yeah. The first three elimination rounds start Sunday at Darlington in South Carolina. This 1.36-mile raceway is a standard NASCAR-style track with 25-degree banking. The playoffs eliminates 4 drivers every 3 races, so the bottom 4 are deleted by point totals, but win and you advance. Note, non-playoff drivers can still win the race and the money. They just can't advance in the playoffs. Daytona last weekend was won by 2023 champ Ryan Blaney. It was Blaney's second win of the season. Denny Hamlin and Shane Van Gisbergen won the most with 4 races each. Kyle Larson was next at 3. Note, if you're a gambler, Shane Van Gisbergen, or SVG as they're calling him now, won only on road courses. And there's only one road course in the 10 races of the playoffs, and that's at the end of the second round. So bet accordingly. Love this format, by the way, and I look forward to the last 10 of the season winding up in Phoenix, Arizona.
There we go. NASCAR report for Croft Electric. 27 years of reliable service in and around Regina. Proudly expanding and getting things done all the time. CroftElectric.com, and you can find them on all socials. Speaking of socials, just released Brett Lawther's social pages.
Yes.
They had a baby.
There you go, people. There you go.
There you go. If you couldn't connect the dots earlier, hopefully you can now.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Lawther.
That's why Brett Lawther had to leave practice.
Yeah.
And wasn't at practice yesterday. Because if you've ever had children, it's kind of a big deal.
It's a really big deal. Yeah, very cool. Congratulations.
Congratulations. We got a little bit more there. Now go and kick the snot out of a football on Sunday.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Line it up like,
It's going to be so. It's going to be so good. It is the Sportscage. Yeah, really good news. Rider 50-50. You got till 5 o'clock. So what is that? About 25 minutes to get in on the early bird deep sea fishing in Cabo. Includes flights to Cabo. You don't have to drive 7 nights. The Dreams Lost Cabo Suites. Private half-day fishing in Cabo. And round-trip transfers from the airport to the hotel. Or you can just take $7,200 cash. More breaking news.
Oh, what else you got?
On the Sportscage. Guess who's coming back?
A Joe.
A Joe coming back to the Riders. Look at Colson going nuts over there. Wow.
Now, playing this weekend?
I doubt it doesn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah. So Joe, they've signed him back. He's coming back to the Riders. There's your breaking news. Get it up on the socials. Do what you got to do. Perfect. There you go. Good news for both Riders. Lawther, proud dad. Joe's making his way back. It is the Sportscage. We're on the home of the Riders. 620 CKRM.
Nelson Homes is having a summer blowout sale on quick possession homes that you don't want to miss out on. Get free delivery anywhere in Saskatchewan on select in-stock show homes and spec home RTMs. For more information, visit their website, homes.nlc.ca. Or for general information, call 1-800-661-6534. That's the Nelson Homes Summer Blowout Sale. Nelson Homes, trusted quality and service since 1949.
Join us for the Ovarian Cancer Canada Walk of Hope on Sunday, September 7th at Miller High School on College Avenue. Grab a friend or join a team and take a walk. Fundraising supports vital research for better treatments and ultimately a cure. If you have ovaries, you're at risk. It's important to know the signs and symptoms of this too often fatal cancer. Register today for the September 7th Ovarian Cancer Canada Walk of Hope in Regina at ovariancancerwalkofhope.ca.
So, since that little ding on my car last week, I don't know where to take it.
I don't even know. That's easy. Take it to Regina Motor Products.
Who said that?
I did. Down here. I'm Terry the Tire. Regina Motor Products Chevrolet Collision Center and SGI accredited auto body repair is a full-service collision and body shop that works on all makes and models. Just submit your claim to SGI and set an appointment to get your appraisal done. Easy.
I bet you're tired after saying all that.
South at Highway 1 and 6, Albert Street. RMPChevrolet.com.
If you've got a Steelcraft garage door, you've got a door with parts manufactured and assembled right here in Canada. A door with better insulation and seal, plus a warranty you're probably never going to use. Combined with a LiftMaster opener, it's the right choice. And if you don't have a Steelcraft garage door, you should get one. And a LiftMaster opener. 100% made by Canadians for Canadians. Steady, tariff-free pricing and great quality, no matter what.
Steelcraft Door, Steelcraft Door, Steelcraft Door. We offer more.
Hey, let's hit up Pump Jack's Cathedral.
Pump? You talking about my basketball shoes?
No, Pump Jack's Cathedral.
Who?
Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. They're open now. They've got a large selection of local draft and food and drink specials. Kids are allowed until 8. There's live entertainment every weekend.
Let's go. I'm pumped.
On the corner of Albert and 13th, Pump Jack's Cathedral Saloon and Steakhouse. Come early, stay late. The place where friends meet.
Cowabunga, dudes! You won't believe what's popping at Glasser's TV, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
Yeah, they've got radical top-of-the-line cell phones. Even April O'Neil ditched her news van for one of these babies.
Plus, SaskTel internet's so fast, even Shredder couldn't slow it down. Perfect for streaming, gaming, or ordering extra-large pizza.
So shell out to Glasser's TV, your SaskTel authorized dealer, dudes.
Glasser's TV, your SaskTel authorized dealer. In Moosomin today. Totally tubular.
For an RTM home that doesn't look like an RTM home, check out Olympic RTMs. Built just minutes outside Regina, Olympic RTMs has modern, stylish new homes with clean lines that are ready to move within 6 months. Your new home is waiting for you at olympicrtm.ca.
This is Sportscage. Be part of the show. Call 936-6262 or toll free 1-866-767-0620. 620 CKRM.
If you missed it, Brett Lawther is a proud dad.
That's cool.
Joe is coming back.
Coming home.
It's official. The Riders have released it. Can't see him playing in 2 days. Can you?
Maybe limited play calls.
But do you sacrifice somebody else that knows the playbook that's been here inside and out? All that? Where you? I get he's, he had a...
I got to go back to my look to see where everybody is on the roster.
Yeah, here. I think it's just, come have a good time, take it all in, and then be ready to go.
Get a couple of cold beers, go from there.
Be ready to go in Winnipeg next week. It looks like a baby girl.
Really?
For Lawther. Towns, Mary, and Lawther.
I'm going to go with baby girl.
Yeah.
Yep. And our Friday Night Lights.
Awesome news.
Swift Current's at Weyburn Friday.
Yeah, high school football.
Balgoni is at Moose Jaw Central, and Peacock is at Yorkton Regional on Saturday.
That time of the year. We're going to have the junior football report coming up in hour 3 because we are the home of local sports. Only want to cover that. The Thunder are on a bye week, the Labor Day bye week, but the U of R Rams kick things off tomorrow in Calgary, and in the Can West rankings, guess where they are right now? Sorry.
I'm going to go with number 1. Defending champs?
No.
No respect.
Saskatchewan is number 1. The Huskies. The Regina Rams, number 3.
Behind who else?
Manitoba.
I was going to say probably Manitoba.
Manitoba's supposed to be good this year. And then UBC, Calgary, and Alberta. I expect another... I don't know enough about it. I haven't delved into...
It's so close.
I predict
so
another... That's what's so exciting about it. It's like high school ball sometimes.
Regina finished 4th last year and won the conference.
And they went on that run.
Yeah, playing 2 on the road and had to win their last game just to get in the playoffs. It's so tight, man. Yeah, it could be anybody any night. It truly could be in that game.
That's it. Text messages coming in, 936-6262, Prairie Land Rentals text line. Prairie Land Rentals, 600 Albert Street. You can rent anything. People are from Manitoba are really sticking it to us about the billboards.
Really? Are we getting comments?
And I was like, they think they're super funny.
Okay, well.
Originality, 5 out of 10 on those ones, Winnipeg. I like that you did it. I like the cheekiness.
Yeah.
It just could have been a little more, there could have been a little more to it.
Creative.
Substance.
Yeah.
Trevor, Joe may play. He was here, knows the system from the last year. Okay, yeah, I'm not saying personally, I'm not 100% he ain't, but maybe he will.
I'm just looking at receivers.
Who do you take out, Trevor, then? I know it's a text line. You didn't call in. And then who do you ditch out?
Oh, McRae's banged up, though, right? Dre McRae.
Yeah.
There we go. That could be the move.
Yeah.
He's missed this week because of injury.
Yeah. Let Myers field some punts.
I don't know who's going to do that.
Alfred back. Get him back. I don't know. Joe, if he plays this week, that'd be really exciting.
Yeah, somebody's got to return punts, and McRae's banged up, so maybe that's the case.
Keep him coming on the text line 936-6262. Oh, other people are thinking he may play coming in. Jim Tyrone thinks that as well. So we'll read them if you send them in 936-6262. It is a Sports Cage on the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
Rider Nation lives on 620 CKRM. I'm Dave Thomas, voice of the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Sunday is game day as the Riders take on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Countdown to kickoff with Justin Dunk and Tegan Whitco's at 2. The pregame show's at 4. And kickoff with Luke Mullender and I is at 5. Saskatchewan Roughrider football on the Cooperators Rider Broadcast Network is brought to you by Prairie Ford Dealers, Claws of America, and Sask Energy. Stream every moment of Rider football at sportscage.com.
Hospitals of Regina Foundation Home Lottery is back. What if this is your year to win our most valuable grand prize ever, a $1.7 million show home, complete with $50,000. Get in early and you could choose between Turks and Caicos or an African safari with the Sander Safari VIP prize, the Canuck Adventure bonus prize featuring a Toyota Land Cruiser, plus feel the thrill with the Audi and Australia Early Bird prize. HRFHomeLottery.com.
Let's get out on the water. Now is the best time of year to buy a boat or pontoon at Kevin's Marine. Cast a line in a Lund fishing boat. Take the family out on a Four Winds boat. Or head out on a pontoon by Harris or Crest. Powered by Mercury Motors at the lowest prices of the year. There are manufacturer's rebates, dealer discounts, and low payment financing on a great selection of boats and pontoons. Plus Shoremaster aluminum docks and lifts. Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel. Enjoy your summer. Get out on the water. Stop by or shop online at kevinsmarine.com.
SEIU West members are
phlebotomist, food service worker, security officer, plumber,
continuing care assistant,
porter, licensed practical nurse, medical device reprocessing worker, purchasing agent,
environmental services worker,
social services worker, cook, health information management practitioner, switchboard operator,
distribution worker.
The backbone of your public health care system. Learn more at seiuwest.ca.
Hi, I'm Terry at Powerlift Doors. We're a family-owned company that prides ourselves on serving all of Saskatchewan with the highest quality product. Here at Raymore, I will personally design, engineer, build, and install your hydraulic door to make sure it's done right. From small to extremely large, farm buildings to airplane hangars, new build or retrofit with the least loss of headroom in the industry. Check us out today at sask.powerliftdoors.com or give us a call at 1-888-692-5515.
What's going on in the markets? When is the right time to invest? What should you do with your money today? When Margaret had questions, she talked to Brian Golly.
He's very personable, professional, and keeps you confident in what he's doing.
You don't have to plan your financial future alone. Call Brian Golly of Smart Investing Solutions, 306-546-2533.
I would not hesitate to recommend him to friend, relative, or anybody else.
Regina, get ready for some thunder. The Regina Thunder are charging into an electrifying 2025 season, and you can be on the roster, the fan roster. Come support our hometown heroes as they deliver bone-rattling hits, jaw-dropping plays, and the best local talent on the field. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be part of the winning tradition. Feel the energy and live the excitement. Season tickets are on sale now at reginathunder.ca. Bring the Thunder.
The rivalry hits the fairway at the 3rd Annual Labor Day Golf Classic at Aspen Links, Saturday, August 30th. The most fan-friendly tourney. CFL alumni Dan Clark, Andrew Green, Luke Mullender, and more tee it up for Team Green and White versus Team Blue and Gold, and you're invited. Lunch at 11, shotgun start at noon, dinner at 6, and the after-party kicks off at 8. All proceeds support Regina Minor football, so come swing for a cause. Register now by emailing info@aspenlinks.ca. Aspen Links. Golf. Rivalry. Legacy.
Country Corner, brought to you by Municipal Hail Insurance. Proudly serving farmers. MunicipalHail.ca.
The Hospitals of Regina Foundation Home Lottery is back with a ton of prizes up for grabs, including the $1.7 million show home in the Creeks. Proceeds support healthcare in Regina's hospitals and continue to enhance vital medical programs. Tickets at hrfhomelottery.com. Join the Ovarian Cancer Canada Walk of Hope on Sunday, September 7th. Registration takes place at 11:30 at Miller Comprehensive Catholic High School. More details at ovariancancerwalkofhope.ca. And the North Saskatoon Business Association invites you to its first ever Popcorn and Entrepreneurs event in Regina, September 10th at the AGT Lounge inside Mosaic Stadium. Networking, popcorn, and a documentary highlighting one of our province's most influential entrepreneurs, Paul Hill. Visit nsbasask.com.
For more information, visit 620ckrm.com. Back to Sportscage. Text 306-936-6262. 620 CKRM.
Love the listeners on the text line coming in. And a lot of them are thinking
he's playing.
Joe's coming in. And then some, who was it here? Bradley, I think. Brett plays on Sunday, walk-off field goal for the win. The stars are aligning.
Stars are aligning. Shaping up. I love it.
We got more Rider talk coming up here in a bit. And also, we'll talk to Glen Suitor about that in hour 3. But let's talk about the Western Canada Professional Hockey Scouts Foundation celebrating Indigenous hockey coming up here in Regina. September 30th, we're a sponsor of it here on the Sports Cage. It's at Connexus. You can get tickets. The website's simple, hockeyscoutsfoundation.com. Colson said he's going to put the link or the QR code up as well. One of the guys speaking that night, great storyteller, has some great stories, joining us on the Western Pizza Guest Hotline, Rich Pilon, the pride of St. Louis, Saskatchewan. Rich, nice to see you, my man. How are things?
I think they're fantastic. Appreciate you guys having me on here. It's been, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, you know what? And it's on Truth and Reconciliation Day, which is a big deal. You being Métis heritage, and we'll get to some of that in a bit. But just an event, John Morasti, the King brothers, Jordan Tutu, yourself, Brian Trottier, Dave Tiger Williams. Of those guys, Ron Delorme as well, who's going to be the biggest character? Who's going to tell the biggest story or most stories?
Probably John Morasti. I would say John, because I've gotten to know John here in the last little bit, and he's a really good guy. He's a really good storyteller, and he's got some real stories, man. They're actually unbelievable. So I would think it'd be John Morasti.
Well, I actually have a story that I want to ask you about. A good friend of mine that I worked with, a guy by the name of Brad Tippett, who I believe you know very well. Tips was telling me a story one time when you got drafted, your father held a fundraiser to send you off to camp at the Islanders, raising money before you went off to pro camp. Is there any truth to that story?
There is truth to that. We had no money, man. We had no money. Yeah, it's true. Here's even the funnier thing. When I got drafted, because I got drafted out of midget, right? AAA. I was drafted at 17 out of midget because I'd made the Raiders, but I was going to be a seventh defenseman. So Terry, when he brought me in, said I was going to be a seventh defenseman. And I told Terry I didn't want to play for him. I'm not playing for you. I said, I need to play. I said, so I'm going to go back and play midget. So then I get drafted to the Islanders, and I was in Big River, Saskatchewan doing the Pony Chucks. And I had to make a collect call because my dad had called my sister and said, she goes, yeah. He goes, Rich got drafted. They called New York. He's supposed to call New York. And my dad didn't believe her. So then I made a collect call to the Islanders head office. And the lady, Joanne Hollowa, took my collect call. She is still there today. She became the basically the arm of the GM. It's unbelievable. But I actually made a collect call from a payphone in Big River, Saskatchewan.
I think
oh my goodness.
Wasn't there the story too that I think you told it on the Monday Nooner podcast with us that you getting to New York, you've probably never been on a plane, and then you went there from the first time from St. Louis, Saskatchewan, and wild, wasn't it?
Oh, it was unbelievable. I didn't think I was coming back down. I actually thought I was going to die because my mom was praying the rosary all the way from St. Louis to Saskatoon, thinking that I'm going to die in this plane. So she had me believing that. I was petrified. And then even when I got to New York, I'd never really seen black people. I was like, oh my God. Then I got to drive. Terry gets me to drive a town car to follow him. I'm like white knuckling it down the this. It was called the 495 interstate. It's 4 lanes. And I tell Terry, Terry, I don't think I should drive on this. You thought you'll be fine. no cell phones, nothing. I was petrified.
Yeah.
It was just, but once I got into the room, into the Islander dressing room, and you see guys like Smitty and Trache, Bossy, Clark Gillies, man, everything just goes away, and you just kind of, I couldn't even tell you what I felt because it was so surreal. Yeah, it was amazing.
What made Brian Trache so good?
He was a 200-foot player. He was a bit nasty. People don't realize about Trotz. Like, I have this conversation with him. With him because Brian and I have created him and I got something we're doing together. It's called Inspire 365, but it involves the Métis Nation Saskatchewan. And I talked to people the other day, because we have Brian that's, I kind of brought him in to Métis Nation Saskatchewan, and he's he's such a gem. He's just a great human. And I have him, I told guys, I said, for Gretzky charges, I heard, whether it's true or not, it's supposed to be a couple $100,000 for just an afternoon with him, right? And he's like, where would Gretzky be? I have Gretzky, Bobby Orr, and Gordie Howe probably the three at the very top, I would think, right around there. Which order you can argue with people, but then Brian, I think the hockey world had him at under 15th or something like that. He was almost a 2-point. He was a 2-point guy when he played, and he got 7 Stanley Cups, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I have him probably he might be number 6 all time, and we got him involved. I played a little bit with him, but he's involved with Métis Nation Saskatchewan. This is the extent of a player you have. That's very humble. That's almost like when he puts on his rings, he looks at me and he goes. He actually feels bad. I think so he looks at me people will come and visit with us, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, there's Rich here. Rich played a long time." I just laugh. I tell Trotz, Trotz, it's okay, man. The accolades you get, man, those rings. I said, unless you're going to give me one, don't feel bad.
Oh. Now, when he comes here on the 30th, is he bringing the guitar?
I don't know if he is, actually. The guy can sing. Did you hear about the singing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was around the campfire with him and Gillies one night. It went long. Yeah.
Well,
it went long.
I didn't know. I've heard, my uncle plays in a band, right? My uncle's in a band. He's like a tribute of the Beatles, and he's a really good singer. So at Back to Batoche days this year, with a guy by the name of Dean Smith out of Prince Albert, my uncle went up and played the guitar for Brian. My uncle comes back to me. My uncle Ovid Pilon's his name. Comes back to me and he goes, "Have you ever listened to Brian?" I said, "No, I've never. I heard he's okay though." He goes, "Okay." He goes, he had my jaw on the ground. The guy can sing. He goes, plays hockey. He can sing. Yeah, he's a gem. He's a gem of a guy. And more importantly, he's just so darn humble. It's actually unbelievable. He deserves everything he gets. Just an amazing person.
It's coming up September 30th at the Connexus Arts Center, the Western Canada Professional Hockey Scouts Foundation, celebrating Indigenous hockey legends. Rich Pilon is with us here, and he's going to be there. But before I let you go, you mentioned with Brian and the Métis Nation of Saskatchewan, also the NHL is big time involved in that too now, right?
Well, no, here's what's happened. So this is going to get announced. We just got the paperwork. So Brian and I, with the support of Métis Nation Saskatchewan, we actually went and did a business proposal about it's all on truth and reconciliation and growing the game of hockey. And it's never been done before, where we asked them for X amount of dollars. We asked them, and they've came back. We wanted the shield. We wanted the NHL logo, really is what we wanted. And they've never given it out. And this is the first time ever. We just got the paperwork 2 days ago back from them. The partnership is happening. We have 3 years with the NHL. We're going to get their support. We're going to do the whole, basically we're going to grow the game of hockey in northern communities, but going there more than one time. With Métis Nation Saskatchewan Sport, the Louis Riel Cup. We get the Stanley Cup. I believe it's twice a year for the next 3 years to raise dollars. Like it's phenomenal what they're actually doing with us, and it's just amazing. And it's all for youth to to really grow the game of hockey, but just get youth back involved in running and just off the couch and get them playing again, right? So yeah,
Rich, it's going to be an awesome night. Thanks for doing this today, telling a few stories, having some fun. Really looking forward to it, and we'll see you in a few short weeks.
Yeah, I love it, and I got lots of sports stories, man. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have a good one.
It's gonna
All right, see you guys.
You
Thanks,
might
Frank.
be coming on again before that. Yeah, Rich.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's really good. You know what? Anytime you want to have me, reach out. I'm more than welcome. I enjoy you guys. Have been great. So it's
awesome.
I'm getting more publicity now than when I played, for Christ's sake.
It's all good. The pride of St. Louis, Saskatchewan. Rich.
All right, thanks, guys.
He's
all right, awesome.
He's coming for the Hockey Legends celebrating Indigenous hockey September 30th at the Connexus Arts Center. Again, you're looking for tickets, let us know. You can always just send us a DM or text, but it's at hockeyscoutsfoundation.com. Quite the lineup coming as well. Let's go into ticker.
Yep.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Extreme Hockey and Sports, Regina's locally owned one-stop hockey shop. Now with a price match guarantee. 1425 McIntyre Street.
Hey, guess who is back signed with our Saskatchewan Roughriders? A Joe.
Ready to go.
And just announced Brett Lawther had a baby girl. So if you ever was wondering out there why he was leaving practice, because his wife was having a baby. There you go. Riders and Bombers coming up Labor Day. It's sold out. Don't forget, the Riders signed American linebacker Chris Russell Jr. today. He was in Hamilton a bit and had some time on the practice roster with Green Bay. No game for the Blue Jays today. They're back at it tomorrow. Big win last night, 9-8 over the Twins. U of R Rams open up their season tomorrow right here on 620 CKRM against Calgary. We'll have more about that coming up tomorrow. Sign up for the Sportscage Insider Report. You sign up by clicking on Insider Report at sportscage.com. You also have chances to win. That's your sports ticker in hour 2 for the home of the price match guarantee, Extreme Hockey and Sport in Regina, Saskatchewan. You find a cheaper deal, they'll match it. If you're into shopping local, it's Extreme Hockey and Sports. Hour 3 will be Glen Suitor off the hop. It is the Sports Cage on CKRM.
We are 620 CKRM, a Harvard media station, broadcasting live from downtown Regina.
It's 5 o'clock. Good evening. I'm Corey Atkinson from the SaskToday.ca newsroom with your 620 CKRM news for Echo Sound and Fort Capel. Stay connected with the new cell phone from Echo Sound. Call 306-332-6711. Producers in the Southwest and Southeast are leading the way in harvest progress. Crops Extension Specialist Tice Masich says farmers in the West and East Central regions are also combining, and a few in the Northeast and Northwest are getting started. Some haven't started yet or won't start at all due to damage from thunderstorms this past week.
There were isolated thunderstorms throughout the province that, they did bring strong winds, which did cause crop lodging in many areas, and then also, there were some isolated hailstorms as well, which definitely caused some crop damage.
Overall harvest is 12% complete. A year-long drug investigation in Estevan has led to 9 people facing 55 charges. Estevan police say the operation uncovered a criminal group linked to British Columbia. Officers seized more than $650,000 in cash and cocaine, searched 9 properties, and froze 10 bank accounts. The accused face charges that include trafficking cocaine, forcible confinement, aggravated assault, and conspiracy. Police thanked partner agencies for their assistance and encouraged residents to support suspicious activity to help fight drug trafficking. The First Nations University of Canada and Scotiabank have launched a new 3-year initiative to support student travel. The Scotiabank Pathways to Success Travel Bursary is a $500,000 allocation from Scotia Rise, the bank's $500 million community investment program. First Nations University President Dr. Jacqueline Ottman says travel gives students valuable experiences beyond the classroom, including cultural connections and professional networks. First Nations University is now planning how bursaries will be distributed. The annual ban on pruning elm trees in Saskatchewan ends August 31st, meaning residents can resume trimming trees starting Monday. The province says the ban helps reduce Dutch elm disease, a fungus spread by bark beetles. Fresh cuts attract the insects and increase risk of infection. Officials recommend pruning in the fall, when dead branches are easy to spot. Proper disposal of elm wood at municipal sites is required to limit disease spread. Investigators in Minneapolis are combing through hundreds of pieces of evidence connected with the suspect in the deadly mass shooting yesterday. The city's police chief, Brian O'Hara, praised everyone who helped at the scene.
All of our law enforcement partners, first responders, and many children, members of the school staff, and parishioners of Annunciation Catholic Church all showed incredible courage yesterday.
2 children, ages 8 and 10, died in the shooting. And it appears that an overwhelming majority of Canadians believe the government should do something to regulate artificial intelligence. A Leger poll says that 85% of Canadians believe there should be better regulation of AI. Leger Senior Vice President Jennifer McLeod-Macy says people don't seem to trust the technology. While the poll found strong concerns about potential harms of AI, it also found the use of artificial intelligence has increased 10% since March. That was your 620 CKRM News. Read more stories from around your community and around the province at sasktoday.ca and 620ckrm.com. Your weather is next.
Let's get out on the water. Now is the best time of year to buy a boat or pontoon at Kevin's Marine. Cast a line in a Lund fishing boat. Take the family out on a Four Winds boat. Or head out on a pontoon by Harris or Crest. Powered by Mercury Motors at the lowest prices of the year. There are manufacturer's rebates, dealer discounts, and low payment financing on a great selection of boats and pontoons. Plus Shoremaster aluminum docks and lifts. Kevin's Marine in Fort Capel. Enjoy your summer. Get out on the water. Stop by or shop online at kevinsmarine.com.
This back-to-school season, don't be prehistoric.
Mom, my phone is basically a fossil.
Sweetie, your phone's older than a T-Rex.
Time to evolve at Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer.
They have new phones, back-to-school deals, internet and Max TV stream, and no extinct data plans.
In 2025, there's no excuse to roam with a Jurassic phone. Echo Sound, your SaskTel authorized dealer in Fort Capel. EchoSound.ca.
Weather brought to you by Line X Regina, Serious Protection, Killer Looks, 1865 McCara Street. And Croft Electric, 27 years of trusted, reliable home, farm, and commercial service for all your electrical needs. CroftElectric.com, and you can find them on all socials.
A mainly clear sky through the night and really through the next couple of days. We're not going to see a whole lot of cloud cover beyond some scattered fair weather type cloudiness through the afternoon. And perhaps through the evening hours tonight, we may see a few passing through as well, but no chance of anything producing precipitation, and not much wind to speak of either. Most of the time, closer to 10 kilometers per hour, as high as 10 to 20 at times. Temperature overnight around 15. Into the day on Friday, we're partly to mostly sunny again. Main chance of that cloudiness is in the later afternoon hours. Otherwise, it's a sunny day. 31 the high, partly cloudy, and 16, then mainly clear for most of Friday night, and abundant sunshine on Saturday with a high of 30. Chance of rain just not looking favorable for Saturday, 10%. 32 is the high on Sunday. That's where the warmth peaks. And then a front comes through on Monday. A chance of a shower or thunderstorm then. 26 is the high. Watch for cooler temperatures to follow Tuesday into Wednesday. With your 620 CKRM weather forecast, I'm Precision Weather meteorologist Phil Spivak.
He's at it again. Matt's sharpening his pencil to save you money at Matt's Furniture. Now till October 1st, it's the Maytag Dependable Savings Event. Buy any 2 qualifying Maytag major kitchen appliances and save an extra $150. Buy 3 or more and save an extra $300. And buy any Maytag eligible washer and dryer pair and save an extra $100. See in store for all the details. Matt's Furniture in Fort Capel, Kamsack, Melville, and Foam Lake, or online at mattsfurniture.ca.
When you want the best for your truck, you want Line-X. Your truck has withstood the harshest elements Saskatchewan has thrown at it. Rocks, gravel, rain, sleet, and snow, and left with no chips, no rust. Line-X protective coating keeps your truck's bed liners, rocker panels, and bumpers looking like brand new. Don't settle for Brand X. Go with Line-X. It's serious protection. Come see why everybody loves taking their truck to Line-X Regina for their rocker panels, bumpers, and more. Line-X. Make your truck complete. 1865 McCara Street.
Broadcasting from Century Studios in downtown Regina, Harvard Media presents The Sports Cage, where Saskatchewan comes to talk local sports. Brought to you by Access Communications, trusted in rural Saskatchewan for internet, TV, and home security. Be part of the show. Call 1-866-767-0620 or text 306-936-6262. The Sports Cage. Streaming at sportscage.com, our YouTube channel, and on the radio at 620 CKRM.
Hour 3 for our friends at Access Communications on this Thursday. Sharky's with me, and Sharky's here. It's for Flooring Superstore on Park Street. Trent Dickin and his team. They get some of the best prices cash and carry you're going to find in the province if you want to do it yourself.
Get them to do it.
It's very interesting. If you're just tuning in and you're driving home, Joe is back with the Riders. There we go. And Brett Lawther
had a baby.
Had a baby girl. That's why he has been in and out. Mario Alford's probably going to be back this year. So when we're talking about, in and that, sounds like he's going.
He'll take McRae's spot. Trevor
from Regina, pretty dialed. We talked about, what Canadian receiver comes out this week if a Joe comes in?
We do have 2 Canadian fullbacks on the roster, too.
Picton
and Awachi.
Picton, you thought maybe Tommy Neild?
No, I said Tommy Neild is a Canadian receiver. I don't think Tommy Neild's coming out of the lineup.
Yeah,
right.
There's some other texts here. So I don't think
my guess. Aaron Runge, 39, is coming out. If we got to put a Joe in, that's where he goes.
Steve, Riders' best record in the league. He's just shouting from the rooftop. Let's go 1-0, baby. I don't think he plays this weekend. That's just me.
It's a stretch.
Got to get accustomed back to the Canadian game, and he's an athlete.
Catch a ball.
He's a young athlete.
He'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. But I also wouldn't be disappointed if they held him out 1 week.
Yeah, no, I think he plays next week in Winnipeg. Is Glenn
for
there?
Sure.
Let's ask Suits what he
somebody
thinks.
Much
Here we
not
go.
more knowledgeable than us. Yeah.
Time now for press coverage with CFL and Saskatchewan Roughrider legend Glen Suitor on the Sportscage. Brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They'll treat you right. 781-2090.
Suits, you old fisherman bear hunter, you. How about that news in Sasky, eh? A Joe. Kind of figured he was coming back, didn't you?
Well, I'm always cheering for guys to go ahead and make it down there because they become great ambassadors for our game. They really do, and I've seen it so many times. And it's not just Canadian guys that go down; it's American guys too, like Doug Flutie and Jeff Garcia have always been great ambassadors when it comes to questions about our own game. So I was cheering for him, but hey, great to have him back in our league because he's such a unique. He's a unique athlete in that. At times, even though he's so young and has so much growth ahead of him, it felt like it was men against boys when he was playing sometimes because he's just a beast out there. He was swatting DBs away. He reminded me a little of a fast Elgard in a lot of ways with the style of play he was playing.
Minus the mullet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skullet. Sorry, Ray. Yeah. Skullet.
Do we want to get Elgard to come on and comment on his speed? Should we bring him on to talk about that with you?
I don't think he'd argue. I think he'd tell you. Plus, he'd be honest with you. Plus, he never tested. He was one of the guys that would always walk in when we were all nervous about testing, like 40 times, bench press, all those things. Ray would come in and say, "Okay, I'll lie down." He'd do the bench. He'd do 1 rep. And then he'd put it on and he'd say, "Go ahead and cut me if you don't like the results of the test."
Oh, boom. 6'7".
And not one coach cut him. Thank goodness.
Yeah. Hey, Glenn, though, seriously, with a Joe, and it was just released by the Riders, 45 minutes ago, chances that he plays on Sunday?
Yeah, it depends on what his travel has been. Is he physically ready? Has he been, has he had zero sleep for 48 hours? It depends on a lot of those things. You don't want to throw him in there if he's just not mentally sharp or physically sharp to go out and protect himself at the very least. Having said that, he knows the offense. He knows Trevor. He's definitely in shape. He hasn't been sitting around on a couch for the last month and a half, 2 months. He has to get back to CFL shape. That's half of the time in between plays that he has down there. And he has to get back in the swing of the unlimited motion and the waggle to the line of scrimmage. And that timing is important. Now, could you throw him back in the roster right now and have him play wide out where there's less of that motion? Maybe play on some of the teams and be ready if someone goes down in the game to fill in because he does know the offense. If I'm Corey Mace, guys, I'm really tempted to just let him dress and maybe even play a special team or two and be ready to go in, maybe have a few reps at wideout.
Interesting, because I kind of agree that he may not remember all the playbook, but there might be set plays that they go, okay, this one you remember and you know what you're supposed to do, and it gives them an opportunity to throw a new wrinkle at Winnipeg they're not expecting.
Yeah, and he knows the terminology.
Yeah.
So when Trevor's in the huddle and he calls X45 Roger Shark, he knows what all that is. I just made that up, by the way. That's not what Trevor says. But
X45
he knows
slippery shark. What did you say?
Yeah, he knows what that means. So so I think he wouldn't have a problem there. Again, this is a guy. You also have to get a read on, and I've seen this many times with guys that have been released from the NFL tryout. I think Corey Mace has got to get a good, strong feel of how he's doing mentally. Like, does he need a few days to just relax for a second, regroup, get ready to go and put all the chips in the middle for the Riders? I have no doubt that he will when he does get in the roster, but I've seen the letdown, and it's not about the difference in the sports or anything like that. It's about a chance to make life-changing money doing the exact same thing almost down south that is no longer on the table right now. It might be again someday down the road, but it's not on the table right now. So that opportunity for in 2 years a $10 million signing bonus or whatever they're signing checks for down there now, that's gone for him right now, and that's a disappointment. That's tough to get over for some guys. Takes a little bit of time. Corey Mace is going to have to read that.
Just have an audible on the line. Just go, Joe. When you hear Lakeside Packers or smelly meat plant, that's the code word for you. That's what I would do.
Yeah, you be the bottle cap.
It was always where guys worked when I played men's league. That was their audible. Where they worked. Oh, it was hilarious. Yeah.
So you knew it was going to you if you were at
Deloitte and Touche.
Yeah.
So Deloitte. One guy worked at Deloitte. One guy was a teacher, and then tap the knee was slant. This was hook, flag. Yeah. And then it was like, I don't know. Where does he work?
You've just given everything away for next year.
Right? Yeah. Kevin's Marine.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot of jokes there that I want to go to right now with where guys work, but Kate, and then the other thing. Sorry, do you want to go more to Joe?
No, go on.
Brett Lawther leaving practice in and out the last few days, personal reasons. Hey, I remember when my wife was pregnant, and you're dropping the hat. You're going. I was kind of connecting the dots there. Just released. He just had baby girl.
Yep.
So now it's in fact, will he play on Sunday? I think, hey, you got a new little one. Somebody texted in here, isn't it? Brett goes 5 for 5, just pounds the lights out now.
Yeah, guys, no wonder he's distracted. No wonder he has been distracted for a few weeks here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even the excitement of a new member of your family. It's not even the excitement of seeing that baby for the first time. It's the worry that your wife and your new baby are going to be healthy and everything's going to go smoothly through the delivery process and all of that. That kind of worry and concern can mess with your head. I mean, come on, I got zero sleep for a couple weeks when my wife was in labor twice. It's that. No wonder. I'm not giving him an out. You got to be strong, but I just no wonder he's been distracted. Wow.
Every dad knows what that is.
And
every dad.
Yeah. I would say not luckily my wife, whatever. Things weren't planned, natural. And if he's running in and out, maybe late, some sort of complications, in, out. You always hear that. One of my sisters, is in and out. So then you're worried, and that is a lot on the old noodle to think about. So, yeah, let's hope. Yeah. Wouldn't that be something, though, to kick? Wouldn't that be something to put Campbell Fair into the Labor Day Classic? Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
Well, this is I fully expect Brett to go as long as everything's good at home with mom and the new baby. I expect him to go, and I expect him to have a great game. The weight now, they're both healthy and happy. The weight now is lifted. They've gone through it. They're there. He can go out, and now he's got another mouth to feed too. So that's going to be sitting.
Turn the page. Yeah. Diapers ain't cheap.
No.
These days. Yeah. What do you think the Riders do? Do we see a lot of AJ Ouellette against the Bombers?
Yeah, I mean that I would. I think both of these teams are great running the ball. Both are great stopping the run. That's kind of like strength against strength, rock against hard place there. But I think you have to do it to bring the balance. One thing that people are talking about a lot about the records, the 8-2 record to start, and the Bombers being in third place, and not the Bombers we've seen the last 5 years, and maybe that's slipping a little bit. All of that talk, you got to be careful with that stuff, I think, if you're Saskatchewan, because when I look back, and I've gone over the notes now, that I look back at the Labor Day Classic history, it's such a different regular season game than any other regular season game. I think back, guys, and I almost never bring up my playing days, but I think back to 1984, my rookie season. The Bombers were 7-1. We were 1-6-1 and awful. And the Bombers come in with Tom Clements, James Murphy, Willard Reeves was their tailback at 7-1, and we beat the Bombers on Labor Day. So it works the opposite way too. You have to put the records aside. What you've done in the first 9 or 10 games is not going to be relevant in this one. This is a different beast. Be prepared, and the right. I'm sure they will be, but I'm just don't look at the records too hard, because I don't think they matter.
The Rocky Butler start. That's another example, right? The Rocky Butler start. Guy never started a game, scores three touchdowns and wins.
You talk about that record you guys had. If only Ray would have done a few more reps, where would that record have been, right?
And honestly, I think Ray's 40 time was 5-1 or 5-2. But he didn't like the testing. He wasn't a testing guy.
Clearly,
he was like, I'm not
I know a guy probably doesn't like authority. Showed up to the test in jeans. It's like, okay, what are you gonna do? Cut me? Okay, I asked Farhan this earlier, and I'm curious to get your take. We're 8-2. The Riders are 8-2. Is this kind of a must-win though for the Riders?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think this is going to be a good game. I mean, this is going to be a tough win, a tough 2 points to get. They have the edge with home field. We talked about this on Tuesday, and how this game in particular, the intensity of the crowd eliminates the snap count for the offense for the Bombers. The same is true when they go back next week for the Banjo Bowl. So I don't know must win. Must win to me, guys, is the playoffs. One that if you do, you're out. Yeah, if you don't, you're out. That's the must win.
Okay, then next 2 weeks, more important for the Riders or the Bombers?
The Bombers, but because they're behind by 4 points, and could still win. The West is still up for grabs. The West is still definitely up for grabs. Now, Calgary's won a couple season series already. The BC Lions are only looking for a crossover. So the Saskatchewan-Winnipeg-Calgary fight for that bye in the final is on as of the Labor Day turn. That's why Calgary wants to sweep in Edmonton. And, this season series starts this weekend with Saskatchewan-Winnipeg. The season series as to who might get home field playoff game starts on Labor Day Sunday.
Interesting. What we haven't covered today is Bob. How is Bob? Do we have an update?
I have some updated photos. Remember, you guys made a request about 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
That if you ever see, when the next time you see Bob, just walk out and go have a conversation with Bob, and maybe get a selfie. Like maybe turn around and get a picture. Well, Bob, just about 3-4 days ago, I was just coming back from a walk with my dog, and over my shoulder, by that apple tree right across the street, right there in the red circle, that's Bob. And I have that's just across the cul-de-sac where I live. I'm standing at the top of my driveway, and so I saw it. I scrambled for my phone. I got my dog locked up because he was going nuts. I scrambled for my phone to get the selfie, and there's a little video I sent too of Bob. Just there he is. He's sitting there eating those little crab apples or whatever they are on that tree. And
is that a tag on his ear?
That was right across the street.
No, but on his his left ear, looks like he's been tagged.
Looks like it. Yeah. If you're not watching the stream, this is a reason to watch the stream. You get Glen Suitor's home videos on the bear that frequents his lawn.
Yeah, that is right across the street from my house. I'm standing in the top of my driveway.
That's awesome. I love it. That is so cool.
If that was at fish camp with me, there'd be a loud noise. Yeah.
Well, that's kind of my concern because I was fishing, and when you dump the cooler out the back and you're getting all the ice, and there's a little bit of fish stuff in there, guts, a little bit.
You got to rinse that good, yeah.
Yeah, I'm rinsing and I'm spraying the.
Yeah,
I know you don't like. I know you don't like to make predictions, though. But Labor, you're thinking a tight one on Sunday here at Mosaic.
Yeah, I absolutely am. I really am. Again, there's strength against strength in a lot of ways. The run game, both sides of the ball, they're both very good at that. Two veteran quarterbacks. I'm really interested to see what Corey Mace does with Joe. If we do see him, that would be interesting to me. Another, and there's two guys. And on Tuesday, I made a trade for Stanley Bryant on Tuesday. So the Riders have now Stanley Bryant. No, I'm kidding. I was talking about Jamarcus Hardrick, and I mentioned Stanley Bryant because they've been such teammates for so long and such great bookends, and they have now are going to be in probably combined 25 Labor Day Classics, something like that. Wow. These two offensive linemen, and over 300 combined starts between these guys, and decorated top to bottom. So big storylines for us going into this one.
Okay, I'm gonna end it on this. When you think of Labor Day Classic in Regina, broadcaster, as a fan, as a player, which moment immediately comes to mind?
My first one, playing in it, and feeling that crowd and that intensity. And then ever since then, guys, as a broadcaster, I look at Labor Day and I go, this is what's possible in our game. This right here is what's possible, because, when I was a kid, 20 years old, and I'm sure you guys are the same, I was always looking for a way to get together with my buddies, a way to party, a way to, cheer for something, get behind Team Canada or whatever was going on. We were always searching. Well, you have that 9 times a year in your own backyard in Canada, and Labor Day is what is possible when it comes to Canadian football and bringing people together and having that intense fan experience. It's fantastic, and everybody walks out of that stadium real happy that they've gone.
Awesome.
Very cool. Very cool way to say it, Glenn.
It's going to be
very
loud.
Cool.
It's going to be the weather looks beauty. It's going to be a good one. People
will be primed with a 5:00 start.
We'll see you Sunday.
Yeah.
And then people that are going to go watch you on the pregame show, yell Bob when Glenn's up on stage for the pregame show.
Yeah.
Then you'll know they're Sportscage listeners. All right, we'll see you in a couple days, man.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thanks, dudes.
Glen Suitor. Press coverage with Glen Suitor. It's brought to you by Bronco Plumbing and Heating, where professional service is guaranteed. They're going to treat you right. 781-2090. I thought our air conditioner went down the other night.
Where, at home or here?
Yeah, at home. And I was like, no. Like looking at the forecast this week. Oh,
but
AC
it cools
is
off enough at night. It cools off enough.
Depends, man.
No.
Who's leaving doors open and this and that. And
cools off.
Get home. Why is the window been open all day? It's 33 degrees out. What are you guys doing here? All right. Yeah, that was good stuff. It is a Sports Cage. Take a quick break. We're streaming. This is where you get to watch the cool videos from
That's
Glen.
Right, from Glen.
At sportscage.com through our YouTube channel. We're always on the home of the Riders, 620 CKRM.
620 CKRM is your home to country's greatest hits and the 90s at 9. 1 full hour featuring the biggest hits of the 90s. Garth, Reba, Alan, Shania, George, and so much more. No cassette tape or CDs required, and 90s mullets are optional. 90s at 9 for the town of Wolseley and the voice of Saskatchewan. 620 CKRM.
The ball is snapped. He scans the field. He's going deep. What a play! Rider fans, make your own great play by going to riders5050.ca. You can now buy tickets for every Rider game, home or away. You can also sign up for the 50-50 Club and never miss a draw, including the weekly loyalty and early bird prizes. All proceeds support amateur football in Saskatchewan, equipping the heartland, and just maybe score a big win. Get your tickets today at riders5050.ca and go Riders! Riders 5050 is presented by ISC.
Get ready for harvest with a used Case IH Combine from AE Chick 1 Farm Equipment in Storthoaks. They have a 2017 8240, 2019 8250, 2020 9250, 2021 8250, and 2023 8250. Call AE Chick 1 Farm Equipment, your local independent Case IH dealer in Storthoaks. 306-449-2255. That's 449-2255.
Yar, do you fancy yourself a bit of a price pirate? Get ready to pillage and plunder Tuesday treasures at Freeze Tallman. It's a treasure trove of clearance items on display at the bow or the front of the store. With new items announced on Tuesday, you'll never know the bounty you'll find. Check the website for updates or stop by the store in person. Tuesday treasures. No treasure maps needed. Visit freezetallman.com. Regina location only. Freeze Tallman. Let's get you building.
Never get tired of tire talk? Neither do we. We banter about balance, rave about rolling resistance, and we could tell you all about traction long before social media. Yeah, here at Quality Tire, we care about tires and, well, quality. There's a reason it's our name. This summer, trouble-free driving starts with quality service from Quality Tire, with 9 locations across Saskatchewan. Thanks for coming to our Tread Talk.
QualityTire.ca. The rivalry hits the fairway at the 3rd Annual Labor Day Golf Classic at Aspen Links, Saturday, August 30th. The most fan-friendly tourney. CFL alumni Dan Clark, Andrew Green, Luke Mullender, and more tee it up for Team Green and White versus Team Blue and Gold, and you're invited. Lunch at 11, shotgun start at noon, dinner at 6, and the after-party kicks off at 8. All proceeds support Regina Minor football, so come swing for a cause. Register now by emailing info@aspenlinks.ca. Aspen Links. Golf. Rivalry. Legacy.
Canada, there's no mountain we can't climb. No challenge we can't conquer. We won't let any roadblock stand in our way. A detour simply means we'll find a new way to get where we're going. When faced with a U-turn, we'll do whatever it takes to make it to the finish line. We are a country built on tradition, a tradition of perseverance and strength. This is awesome! It's race time. Are you ready?
The Amazing Race Canada. All new. Tuesday at 9 on CTV. Stream next day on Crave.
It's time for the Sports Ticker, brought to you by Steelcraft Doors Regina, made in Western Canada for Western Canadians.
Personal issues, people. It meant that Brett Lawther was having a baby. And they had one, and now all looks good. Brett Lawther, we're not sure, though, yet, if he's going to be playing on Sunday still. Also, the news of the day, about an hour ago, Joe is back. He's coming back anyway.
He's coming back
to the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Will he play on Sunday? I bet you we'll find out that tomorrow here on the Sports Cage. The Riders are a 6-point favorite on Sports Select. I like that. I'm taking that all day long, baby. 51.5 is the over-under on Sports Select as well.
I think it's an under day.
I think you're wrong,
I think it's an under day.
Saskatchewan Roughriders assigned linebacker Chris Russell Jr. also today. He was with the Tiger Cats in training camp earlier this year. Also was on the practice roster with the Packers in 2024. No Blue Jays today. They won last night to play again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have more on the U of R Rams as they open up against Calgary. Sign up for the Sportscage Insider Report. You click on Insider Report at sportscage.com, and you got a chance to win some prizes like rider tickets. Go sign up today. Sports Ticker in hour 3 is for Steelcraft Doors Regina. Made in Western Canada for Western Canada. They are busy right now. I was just there today. New 40,000 square foot location.
That's quite a spot they've got, isn't it? Ooh.
Any kind of garage door you need, color, size, whatever.
It's very sexy.
They got it. You busy bee to put it in. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's keep it going here. What a weekend of golf. What a night to golf. From Flowing Springs Golf Course, Brian Raymond is on the line right now. Brian, what a stretch this week has been. You guys must be busy out there.
We are really, really busy. And, the interesting thing about this isn't so much the heat, it's the lack of wind. It's just been amazing. It's been awesome.
We don't get that many times here in Saskatchewan to play on a non-windy day, so that's pretty cool.
No kidding. And it's been showing. I mean, besides the fact the course is in great shape and we've got some great specials, it's been showing. And we're taking bookings for the weekend now. And, of course, Monday's a holiday, so if you're in town and you're thinking about playing golf and you want to try a nice course, give us a call.
Yeah, okay, let's go through the specials because the Monday thing still applies.
The Monday thing doesn't apply on holidays.
Oh, okay.
So $39 for seniors and ladies, and seniors, of course, are over 60. And, of course, every day after 3 o'clock, it's $38, and every day after 5:30, it's only $22 to come out and walk the golf course. And, boy, these evenings have been just fantastic to go out and play.
5:30, $22.
Yeah.
Go out there. Play.
Scratch 9. It'd be nice.
And a lot of people coming into town, Brian, they might want to take their golf clubs now. How do they find you and get a booking?
All they have to do is give us a call at 543-5050, or you can book online at flowingspringsgolf.com.
And they come in and they can talk Rider football with you, too. You always like to chat.
Absolutely.
Right on. All right, Brian. Thanks for catching up. Talk to you next week.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, go Riders.
Go Riders.
There we go.
Brian Raymond, Flowing Springs. If you are coming into town, you want to golf, get out there. Nice little track. Easy to walk.
Yeah.
That first hole is a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's a big one.
It's good. Get the steps in. Burn some calories. We're off to the Royal Regina right away. Bruce Boudreau, Arash Madani. That's going to be prime rib.
Yeah.
I haven't had a prime rib.
You're more excited about the food.
Let's go, baby. 6-7. Let's go back to the text line here because we've had some really good points, and I haven't been able to get them all. Kelly in Calgary, Kelly with an I. She doesn't think it's a tough call putting a Joe in. She's like, you do what you do to win. A Joe gives us the best chance to win. Does he?
Well, I don't know that Joe's going to change the game that much. He's just going to give some more depth at receiver, which is going to be nice. I don't think he's going to change the game or the game plan at all, but he does definitely give some depth. But if we get him back in another week in Winnipeg, it'd be nice to showcase him there as look out Winnipeg. Here we got something new.
She's in Calgary. Then the other thing, Kelly with a Y from Calgary.
We're big in Calgary.
Where do the Roughies get the money to pay him, a Joe?
Yep.
Also, who does he replace? Well, that we don't know. Maybe Picton, maybe Neil, don't know. The money thing, Maz is big on this.
Don't worry about
it. Who cares? Go over the cap.
Win. Just win, baby.
Be the Yankees.
Yeah, it solves all your problems. Winning is the greatest cure to every problem in sports.
Oh, how are Green Bay fans right now? If you know a Green Bay fan out there, today's the day they might buy you a drink. Micah Parsons is signed with Green Bay. If you missed that, they'll be really excited. Mario Alford probably playing. I would be shocked if Brett Lauther doesn't play Sunday.
I would be too. I would be incredibly shocked. Yeah. I see him as a go on Sunday, and I see the weight lifted off his shoulders with, the family's all doing well now, and that's exciting. That's an exciting time. Lots of us have been parents, and if you haven't, good luck to you. I hope it works out, but it's a very exciting time for the new ones to arrive in your life.
Oh, I got a 12-year-old girl right now.
Yeah.
12 going on 16.
She's 12 going on 25.
Attitude. Terry in Montana. How's it going, Terry, down there? Nice to message in. He's got a good question, and I don't know the answer to this. 936-6262, Prairie Line Rental, if you know. Okay. We love our high school football. We are the home of high school football starting next week with Friday Night Lights. He says, U.S. versus Canada, does your 6-man team play 3 downs or 4? We get 4 downs to get 15 yards in Montana. I think it's 3 to get 10.
I still think it's 3 to get 10.
Somebody quickly, if you're familiar with the 6-a-side game, unless it's changed. I used to watch a lot of 9-a-side when I worked in Shaunavon, Swift Current area. Not a lot of 6-a-side, although I've seen 6-a-side football. It is so exciting.
Hey, I do have a question for Terry in Montana. If you want to text back with a good pheasant hunting location for me, I'd really appreciate that.
Of course you do. You and Brendan Labatt head down.
Brendan and I will head down. We'll get some roosters.
That's a really good question. Terry in Montana, thanks for letting us know.
If we get an answer, we'll spill it out.
Absolutely. Yeah, and there's a couple other text messages here. A lot of people thinking Brett's going to play and a Joe's going to play.
Brett for sure. A Joe, to me, is still a maybe.
Thanks to the people that messaged in. Harvesting, Rick around Raymore.
How are the bees running? Got the bees off?
Yeah, I don't know. That's another question.
Yeah.
Let us know. Sharky's interested in the peas.
Yeah.
Big pea guy.
Well, peas the first thing to come off. That's why you always ask. Yeah.
Yeah. We so what we have coming up here, we're gonna, if you missed it, we got a great interview because Marcus Sales, not at practice, they're not practicing today. So Benny Sapp the third, Benny Sapp 3. He was taking his spot. Interview that Dave Thomas had with him. Great.
It's good.
Great interview. Wait till you hear him talk about his father and who his father played with. You'll get a chuckle out of it if you missed it earlier. But we're going to go to Junior Football Report. Yeah, so the Thunder are off this week. Bye week for the Thunder. They're off to a 3-0 start.
Yep.
Wagon Town. And then are the Rams right here on this 620 CKRM tomorrow. Close on 5:15. Pre-game show, 5:15.
The defense of the Hardy Cup Championship.
Brendan McGuire is going to have the call from Calgary, Alberta, from the beautiful facility at McMahon Stadium. I think that's where they still play.
Yep, they do.
The Rams and Dinos. Rams are ranked 3rd in the preseason Canada West poll. Who knows?
Exactly. It's so tight.
It's a wild ride.
So tight in there. Yeah.
It's a wild ride. Okay, so Junior Football Report coming up right now with Dave Thomas, and then when we come back from break, you're going to hear Dave and Benny Sapp the third. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We're getting ready for Labor Day. Some cool guests coming up. Scott Schultz supposed to come in, share a little some stories.
He's got a few
on the Labor Day. Well, yeah, and some good quotes. Guarantee he'll have some good quotes. Also, Dustin Nielsen is going to join us from TSN and Edmonton Sports Talk, and hopefully Coach McConkey from the U of R Rams. Just a couple of the guys coming up tomorrow. It's the Sports Cage, streaming at sportscage.com and on 620 CKRM.
This is the Sports Cage Junior Football Report with Dave Thomas.
Labor Day weekend in the Prairie Football Conference means bye week, and for one Saskatoon Hilltop player, it means an opportunity to check in with family in Minnesota. More on that in the Junior Football Report in a moment. First, a look back at Week 3 in the Prairie Football Conference, and we start here in the Queen City, where the Regina Thunder played their home opener on Sunday and scored a dominant 57-7 win over the Edmonton Huskies, a team that the Thunder came from behind to beat in Week 1. Defensive back Jake Mayo had 4 tackles and an interception in the victory. So what changed from Week 1 to Week 3?
We're a young team. We got lots of guys who haven't had much experience playing in the CJFL or starting, and myself included. And I think we weren't ready to go right off the start. And I think coming into this third game, we had a good game plan. Our coaches put us in a great spot. And I think we're just getting so much better every week with the experience that we get.
Mayo came to the Thunder after a standout high school career at North Valley High School in Lemberg, where he played 6-man football. He admits it was a big change moving up to the 12-man game with the Thunder.
It's a completely different game. Like, you got to break 1 tackle, 2 tackles, get the end zone, and it's the same way for the defense. You have so much open field to cover, and if you miss, it's going to be a big play. It's a completely different game, but I think there's lots of things that 6-man taught me that helped me in 12-man.
Mayo's dad is the coach in Lemberg, so what were the drives home with Dad, the coach, like?
I loved it so much. You get that extra aspect of, especially for high school, where you can trust each other. I know what adjustments he wants to make. I know what he's looking for, and he understands me well. He knows how to help me relax or help me get going. He knows what works best, and I think we worked super well together, and it was really awesome to have him as a coach and a parent.
Awesome. I'll get you out on this. You get an opportunity to play at Mosaic Stadium when you take on the Saskatoon Hilltops. What does it mean to play there? And this rivalry game, how big is it?
Oh, it's huge. It's the game that I've been looking forward to all year. It's a game that our whole team's been looking forward to. It's one of those big rivalry games. You know how it is. Everyone super excited, super fired up. I've been working hard for it, looking forward to it.
More on that matchup at Mosaic in a moment. First, speaking of Saskatoon, Hilltops running back David Collins is the Offensive Player of the Week after carrying the ball 33 times for 262 yards in Saskatoon's 42-15 Week 3 win over Winnipeg. Collins, a Minnesota native, was recruited to the PFC by an old teammate and former Thunder running back David Boyd Jr. So far, Collins is adapting well to the game north of the 49th.
I love it. Me personally, I'm still trying to get used to the extra man on the field and the motion before the snap and only having 3 downs. But other than that, still football. I mean, I love the bigger field. I feel like I got way more space to play with and do a lot of more crafty things. So it's really fun.
How's the pre-snap motion treating you? Have you gotten used to it yet?
I mean, I'm still trying to get used to it. I mean, we have some plays built in our practice that require that, and I'm just trying to, remember that it's not a false start and that I can do such a thing. So just remembering the game, honestly.
Now, I know your next game is coming up after a bye week when you take on the provincial rival Regina Thunder. What do you know about that rivalry?
I know this rivalry is running deep. I mean, I know these two teams have been the powerhouses of the league, I think, so far. So it's just going to be fun going into the game and seeing how the outcome really will be.
Your teammates have a genuine dislike for the Regina Thunder. Is that growing on you?
It's bad. No, I didn't know it was this bad, but they're telling me they genuinely do not like these guys, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I guess we don't like them then. So
the Thunder and Hilltops will renew their rivalry when the Prairie Football Conference returns from its bye week. And that's the Junior Football Report. I'm Dave Thomas.
The care your family receives in hospitals, schools, and community programs comes from SEIU West members who live in your community. We're united around something simple. When working people have what they need to do their jobs well, everyone benefits. Our conditions of work are your conditions of care. For more information, visit seiuwest.ca.